Number 2, Marlon Brantley Jr. with Marlon Brantley Sr. and Latrina Daniels' mother, Marlon Brantley. Number 30, Robert Brundage Moore with Regina Moore. Number 7, Brandon B.D. Butts with David and Susan Butts. Number 41, Cameron Cisneros with Ricardo and Tony Cisneros. Number 58, Jonathan Bowman with Eddie Brown. Number 5, Trey Edwards with Sheree, Slayton, Ebony Edwards, Sandra and John Hill, and Carla and Greg Nickel. Number 18, Jordan Garland with Willie Jr. and Marisha Garland with Kiera Garland and Anila Garris. Number 98, Charles Gibson Jr. with Charles Sr. and Shantae Gibson. Number 84, Drew Hitchcock with Judith Ritchie. Number 28, Skylar Henderson with Trishanda Henderson and Joe Parks. Number 10, Jake Howard with Julian and Tony Howard. Number 9, Wayne Howard with Wayne and Lonisa Howard. Number 12, Contavious Quan Jones with Lashana Jones and Mia Jones. Number 67, Eric Moss with Daniel and Teresa Moss. Number 13, Kishan McGee with Lori McGee. Number 17, Jalen McCary with Daniel McCary and Yolanda Huntington and Dorian and Tadarius. Number 76, Mason McCulloch with Gary and Lori McCulloch. Number 91, Jason Tyler McKeithen with Stacy Pugh. Number 4, Kylan Pirine with Charles and Angeletta Pirine. Number 34, Kylan Petway with Orondo Petway and Selena Washington. Kashawn Pickett, number 18, with Kelly and Sarah Pickett. Number 4, Malik Arden Smith, Cornelius and Sasha Smith, along with Patricia Gardner and Louise Palmer. Number 62, Chris Staphopoulos with George and Janet Staphopoulos. Number 61, Connor Suggs with Monica Suggs. Number 52, Rodney Thompson with Rodney Sr. and Anjanette Bozeman.
And now we'll introduce the class of 2019 Pride of Prattville members, starting with Victoria Alvarado, escorted by her parents, her mother Catherine Carver and father Ed Alvarado. Sierra Ashcroft, escorted by her parents Jeffrey and Erica Ashcroft. Takayla Bates, escorted by her mother, Sonia Bates. Molly Burke, escorted by her parents, Neil and Laura Burke. Mallory Butler, escorted by her parents, James and Rachel Northington. Caitlin Castle, escorted by her parents, Walter and Tammy Castle. Amaya Cheney, escorted by her mother, Chantel Norris. Julia Cannell, escorted by her parents, Jamie and Rita Cannell. Anna Cooper, escorted by her parents, Karen Cooper and father, John Cooper, and stepmother, Christina LaRue. Trinity Copeland, escorted by her parents, John and Kathleen Copeland. Caitlin Dare, escorted by her parents, Amy Cannell, and father, Charlie Dare, and stepmother, Jennifer Dare. Grant Falk, escorted by his parents, Brian and Tabitha Falk. Cole Faulkner, escorted by his parents, Joey and Wendy Faulkner. Luke Finn, escorted by his parents, Gregory and Tara Finn. Mariana Frelick, escorted by her parents, Adam and Michael Frelick. Courtney Free, escorted by her parents, Brian and Alice Free. Landon Goff, escorted by his parents, Ben and Alicia Goff. Parker Gray, escorted by his parents, Robbie and Jenny Gray. Akia Henderson, escorted by her parents, Andrewnette McElroy, stepfather Robert Danner, and father George Henderson. William Hurley, escorted by his parents, Ricky and Tessa Hurley. Andrew Jones Thompson, escorted by his parents, Brandon and Lindsay Thompson. Ashton Grace King, escorted by her parents, Chris King and Kim King. Andrew Kirk, escorted by his parents, Janine and Gary Kirk. Matthew McGraw, escorted by his parents, Larry and Valerie McGraw. Bailey McKenzie, escorted by her parents, Lee and Jenny McKenzie. Sydney Purdue, escorted by her parents, Chris and Pam Stivers. Carissa Potts, escorted by her parents, Eddie and Dawn Potts. Sylvia Preleda, escorted by Mr. King. Olivia Pernin, escorted by her parents, Chris and Laura Purin. Devin Shelton, escorted by his mother, Gwen Shelton. Caitlin Smar, escorted by her parents, Richard Smar and stepmother Melissa Smar. Matt Smith, escorted by his parents, Keith and April Smith. Tia Smith, escorted by her father, Frank Jones. Hugh Sparks, escorted by his mother, Amy Sparks. Henry Sun, escorted by his mother, Sui Lee. Lane Tatum, escorted by his parents, Shauna Sharp and Trent Tatum. Max Taylor, escorted by his parents, mother Tina Lawrence, father Ben Taylor, and stepfather David Lawrence. Maya Thomas, escorted by her mother, Jamie Thomas. Madeline Thompson, escorted by her parents, Tim and Tammy Thompson. Lori Ward, escorted by her mother, Susan Ward, and her oldest brother, Michael Ward. Kara Warnix, escorted by her parents, Jason and Mandy Warnix. William Weinzerl, escorted by his parents, Aaron and Peggy Weinzerl. Autumn Williams, escorted by her mother, Melanie Rooney. Kristen Russo, daughter of the late Tim and Elizabeth Russo, escorted by the entire class of 2019 band members.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to recognize and thank our cheerleaders, managers, and trainers from the class of 2019. Peyton Barclay with Scott and Lisa Barclay. Mackenzie Elizabeth Cherry with Jason and Brandy Cherry. Haley Madison Cook with Spring Castro and Ronnie Robertson. Juliana Curry with Lawrence and Christy Curry. Tristan Rice Dawson with Travis and Pepper Titsworth. Jasmine Doremus with Michael and Lakeisha Craig. Shelby Elizabeth Epperson with Will and Cindy Epperson. Khalil Jackson with Marcia Jackson. Christopher Brandon Jones with Brandon and Dana Jones. Emmeline Jones with Crawford and Marsha Jones. Robert Allen Kincaid Jones with David and Nolette Ferguson. Micah King with Tommy and Latrina King. Bailey Ann Meadows with Allison Meadows. Kyle Vasquez with Jose Enrique Vasquez and Esmeralda Beltran. Courtney Elizabeth Wynn with Chris and Kim Stevens. Managers, Miracle Johnson with Ronnie and Nancy Johnson. Christy Martin with Kofi Starr, along with James and Stephanie Martin. Cassidy Russell with Nancy Russell and Chris Sheridan. Reed and Ryan Smith with Cindy Reeves.
Game, 7th, 8th, or 9th grade. That's the one thing I remember about that group of kids. They were phenomenal. We coached them. I was actually coaching freshmen at the time when we had them, and it was just such a fun group to coach. But you know, this I think we're going to pause for a minute.
We're going to go ahead and break away for 2 minutes while the anthem's played. Lions football will return after these 2-minute break.
Dear Lord, thank you for the beautiful day you've provided for us. Thank you for getting each person here safe.
I could have built a drugstore anywhere in Montgomery. but it was this neighborhood that needed it. When I moved here, it was thriving. I want to see it that way again. Riverbank made borrowing the money easy when other banks didn't. It's nice when people care enough to make sure you have what you need. That's how I treat my customers, and that's how the folks at Riverbank treat me.
I'm Chip Powell with the Prattville Lions broadcast crew and a longtime customer of Billy Linham's Auto Save Tire and Automotive. Billy is proud to support the Lions Quarterback Club and all of the radio and live stream broadcasts. But the thing that he is most proud of is having a reputation for saving his customers money on the best brand name tires, automotive accessories, and service. Let Billy and his crew know that you appreciate the support of Prattville High School. Let Auto Save Tire and Automotive take care of your vehicles and save you money. North Memorial Drive in Prattville and locations in Montgomery and Wetumpka. AutoSaveTires.net.
Coming back. Welcome back to Stanley Jensen Stadium. We're about 5 minutes away from the kickoff of tonight's game between the Lions and the Vols of Jeff Davis. And we were just talking about Donnie's the campaign you just came off of, the undefeated season from the 8th grade, and how that parlays into the bright future that lies ahead for this Prattville program. The 9th grade team that Coach Rye has coached this year, I think, only had one loss.
They have two. I'm sorry, they had two
narrow losses.
Right. Yep. Well, yeah, both of them were very close ball games. But I mean, we just talk about those kids, and the thing that's so neat about this, and is everybody's on the same page. Mm-hmm. The 7th grade guys inside zone, the 8th grade inside zone, the 9th grade inside zone, the varsity inside zone. It's all the same. Some blocking schemes are a little different because you get more fronts and you get more things up as you get older. We're just trying to teach the basics down at the junior high. And, you know, if we can teach those guys that, then when they get up to the 9th grade, that's less time they have to spend on teaching the basics. And then they move them on into getting a little more complicated football and things like that. And so I mean, it's it's really neat, and it's neat to watch these kids, and just go back, and I mean there's Trey Edwards down there, and I remember when Trey was the quarterback at the 8th grade when we had him down there, and I still see him do a lot of the things here that he did at the junior high level. So it's so nice to watch those, and man, I had a great group of kids. Our defense this year. Defensive coordinator told me this morning we were 6 plays away from averaging 1.6 yards per play. But there were 6 plays, big plays that beat us. And speaking of big plays, I think that we talked about this, the keys to beating JD tonight. We've got to, one, eliminate the big plays. Pratt, you with us down there?
Yes.
All right.
Oh, you got me?
We eliminate the big plays, ball control.
You guys to be the leaders on the field tonight, okay?
Yep.
Down for the coin toss.
After the play, let's show good sportsmanship tonight, okay? Help each other up. All right, Jeff Davis, you're to visit the team. This is a Morgan dollar. Lady Morgan is heads, and the eagle will be tails. Okay, which one you want? He called tails. If I drop it, we'll do it again. Okay, and it is tails. You have won the toss. You won the second half, correct?
Okay, JD has won the toss and deferred to the second half.
They've chosen to be indifferent.
Chosen to be indifferent, yes.
So I'm just guessing we're going to take the ball.
I guess what if we choose also to be indifferent? Does that mean that it's like a XFL scrum for it?
Yes.
That'd be awesome.
Exactly what that would be awesome.
Separated shoulders on the opening kick.
Absolutely.
All right, Pratt. We were talking keys to this ball game. We've said 1, eliminate the big plays. 2, ball control. Will said.
Listen, this is a senior night crowd.
Yeah.
It's a big crowd tonight. You're going to have to keep this crowd in the game.
Exactly.
Can't let JD get any kind of head of steam here.
That's true, because we don't want their crowd to get involved in the game.
No.
No.
No, we don't.
All right.
We could pan the camera over there, but you wouldn't be able to get them all in the shot.
Exactly. Well, yeah, I kind of agree. You know, we missed, was it last week's game?
Right.
Because we were playing and didn't get a chance. But, you know, I think Coach Ross, and I'm going to ask him this. I'm going to give him my question, or, you know, at halftime if I can get him.
Start getting those, writing them down.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, this little brain right here only goes so far. But, you know, I think he alluded to this a couple weeks ago. You know, how are we going to respond? You know, how are they going to respond after a victory? You know, especially, I mean, the league game was a big game. You know, at this point in time, all region games are big games. So, you know, it's just going to be interesting to see how are they going to come out, how are they going to respond to winning a game. You know, they won a big game, and then the next game they lost the game. So it's going to be interesting to see how they come out and how they respond to that big win last week.
Well, there's no doubt about it. That was a signature win for this program so far this year. Now you got to see how you handle success moving forward. That's going to be a big challenge for our guys tonight. And let's pause 10 seconds right now for station ID here on the Prattville Lions Radio Network. Welcome back to Stanley Jensen Stadium as we are about to kick this game off. The Vols have entered the field in their road whites with the yellow pants and gold trim. And that gold JD helmet was actually yellow, not gold, but yellow.
And I don't know what,
and forest green.
And I don't know what color those numbers are because I can't see them.
The struggle is real, you know what I mean? And now the Lions enter the field in their home Cardinal red unis, white pants, white trim with that chrome Power P on the side of that beautiful glossy red helmet.
Woo! Cardinal.
Exactly.
Come on.
And the black face mask really sets it off. This is, to me, I mean, I know I'm biased, but this is one of the more classy, just
it is
best uniforms in high school football.
It is, and it's been the same. Add a stripe here too, and a different jersey company, but it's been the same. I mean, back when we were here. So Cardinals gotten a little bit darker, but I think that's because the color people make it that way.
I believe so.
The Nikes and their Under Armours and everybody else.
It's always been Cardinal, but Cardinal tends to shift a little bit.
Cardinal tends to shift to the light and the dark. So.
Let's just be real clear that it is not crimson.
It is not crimson. It is Cardinal.
That's right.
It could be. Yeah.
It's closer to garnet than crimson.
There you go.
But it is Cardinal. Well, guess what, folks? We're set to kick this game off. The game clock is at 12. The play clock's at 25, and we are prepared to kick. David Butts Jr. That would be Brandon Butts.
Brandon Butts.
Brandon Butts and Malik Smith deep to receive for our Lions. Jeff Davis will be kicking from our right to our left for you folks listening at home on Dixie Country 100.1 FM or on the YouTube channel Prattville Alive. And tonight's kicker for JD will be the largest kicker ever to kick a ball in high school football. Number 75.
Number 75.
Number 75's name is Juan Cardenas. He's 6 foot, 289 pound sophomore kicker. A 289-pound kicker.
So if the kicker is 289, just imagine how big the rest of them are.
Right. Exactly.
We're not going to talk about them, though, how big they are.
Just rest assured, they're bigger than the kicker. Juan Cardenas has moved all 300 pounds of him back to the 33-yard line and kick this one off. He'll put toe to leather at the 40, and we are away. And it is a short kick fielded by Malik at the 20, 25, trying to find the outside boundary. He's out to the 32-yard line and down right there.
Yeah, not bad. Wedge kind of set up in the middle and looked like we kind of tried to kick that thing outside there a little bit, but got a couple of yards after that initial contact.
Well, the Lions have been awfully good on their opening drive for the last two or three ball games. Let's see if they can continue the trend tonight as they'll enter the field 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line to start this ball game. Powell will begin the game at running back. Trey Edwards, your 7A player of the week last week, it will be man in the helm tonight. He's got two receivers to outside the field, takes a shotgun snap and hands it off to Powell. Powell up the middle. Not much there, maybe a yard.
A whole lot. Jeff Davis lining up and looks like a three-man front. Looks like a 3-3 stack. So little nickel coverage and or man free back there safety. They got one high safety that time. So
keep your eye on number 6, Omar Muhammad over there on the far defensive end. Big kid with a lot of D1 offers on the table right now. Here's Edwards again. 2nd and 8. He's going to keep it this time, and he gets tripped up at the line. He had a little room there.
He had a lot of room. Will.
He got grabbed by the thigh pad and wrestled down at the line of scrimmage. Maybe gains a yard. It'll be 3rd down and about 7.
Making that tackle was the guy 6 Cooper that you just talked about.
Omar Muhammad. 6'3", 286 junior. Big boys. 3rd and 7 now for the Lions at the 30, just inside the 35-yard line. Here's Edwards looking to pass, stepping out some pressure. Now throws downfield, and it's tipped and nearly intercepted at the 35-yard line.
Had Thompson open on that little drag route that they like to run, a little flood route, bringing Thompson and over from the backside. But
number 32, Cornelius Murphy, the defensive lineman, 6'2", 262, breaks that up. But the Lions were penalized for holding on the play, deep in their backfield once again. It seems like our holding plays never happen at the line of scrimmage. It's always 5 or 6 yards at least in the backfield, and it makes a long penalty.
I didn't see that one. Maybe Steak and Shake Bedwell saw it down there.
We're going to come to him. We're going to come to him right after this punt from Ty Pirine. Sure, he'll have some further analysis on that. So Pirine, after a 3-and-out opening off read by the Prattville offense, will have to punt this one away. He is heels down at his own 18-yard line. JD will put 2 deep men back, and he gets off a very, very short punt that takes a nice Prattville bounce at the 48 and inside the 30 of JD down to the 28-yard line it goes. And let's take it down to our Steak and Shake Southern reporter, Pratt Bedwell.
I was under the impression they had an ineligible downfield is what I saw. Is what the lineman was a little bit further down the field with Trey scrambling around back here. And you guys have talked about that earlier in the year. When you got a quarterback that scrambles around like that, you make it tough on an offensive lineman. And Donnie can talk to that as well, because you got to hold your blocks. You don't never know if he's going to run, he's going to pass, and what he's going to do like that. But I really missed the holding call. If that's what he was talking about. I really thought it had an ineligible downfield.
1st and 10 for the Vols at their own 28-yard line. Number 19, Curtis Wilson, will go in shotgun for the Vols. He's your quarterback tonight for the Vols. 2 receivers to either side for him. And linebacker blitz coming in from Brunner, and it is tipped and nearly intercepted. Oh, man. B.B. Butts was streaking in, and he almost had it in his midst at the 29 on a diving attempt. He had a screen set up nicely, but broken up by the Prattville defense.
And, Zach was full go.
He was.
And had they caught that, it could have been ugly.
2nd and 10 now for the Vols. 10:23 to play here in the opening quarter. No score between the Vols and the Lions here on senior night. And we've got a flag on the field. I believe JD broke the huddle with 12 men.
Yeah, too many people. Somebody came on and nobody went off. And
you know, Donnie, in football you can only have 11 on the field at a time.
Well, you're supposed to. And sometimes they catch it and sometimes they don't. And you're about to yank my ear off there, Will. All right, we're good. No, I'm sorry.
Hey,
I'm new up here. This is not my domain.
2nd down and 15 now for the Vols, back at their own 23-yard line after the 5-yard penalty. Quick snap to Wilson, and Wilson hands off to his running back number 28.
He
is stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Taylor was on the carry, Jawan Taylor, and he was stuffed by that Prattville defensive front.
Yeah,
Jacob Howard maybe.
Is that that? And I believe that is number. I want to say it's 90, but I just can't see it.
That's Bozeman. Chris Bozeman on the top. You're exactly right.
Bozeman?
His number is he's such a big guy that his jersey is tucked up into his pads. You can't see it, but he's 90.
Well, that was Chris Bozeman. He did a great job taking on a double team right there and making the stop. Good to see Chris back tonight.
3rd down and about 14 now from just inside the Vols' 25-yard line to go, and we got a little motion.
And he jumped.
Flag on the field. And while we're marching that off, Chip Powell has not gone to bed yet. It's 2:30. Well, it's actually
2:08.
2:08 in Holland, and he is listening in right now from the land of the tulips.
Son, I hope you're having a good time over there.
Probably wearing his wooden shoes, plugging up dikes right now.
Is your chaperone taking good care of you? Is all we need to know.
Chaperone Bruce Kilo. So naturally, yes. I'm sure he's being well photographed.
He is being well photographed.
3rd and 18 now for the Vols at their own 20-yard line. Here's Wilson. Shotgun snap. Now he's going to throw it deep, and he's got a man down there, but Butts.
All right, let's see who got it.
Breaks it away. Butts has
the interception.
He picked it at the 45-yard line. He was in the hip pocket of Orenthesis Jones. Or Orenthesis Watley.
That was a one-handed interception.
Wow. Let's go down to our Steaky Steak sideline reporter, Pratt Bedwell. What a play, Pratt.
Absolutely. That was an Odell Beckham on the defensive side catch. That was, I mean, that was amazing. I mean, I'm standing right here going, oh, my gosh, check this out. Awesome catch. He almost had this pickoff down here going the other way on the first pass.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he did.
I'm not surprised by that.
The senior showing up on senior night.
Yeah, that guy showed up all year.
Yes, he did. 1st and 10 for the Lions at the JD 45-yard line after the turnover. And here is Edwards wanting to pass.
Oh, he's got a man.
Throwing it short and caught at the 37-yard line. 8-yard gain.
Like Jalen.
That's Jordan Garland, number 18.
Oh, 18.
Jalen and Jordan, 18 and 17, both bookend 6'2" receivers.
I will not fuss at you ever again for miscalling a number.
That's tough. 2nd down and 3 for the Lions at the Vols 38. Here is Edwards looking to the side for a fresh set from his coordinator, Coach Malone. 2 receivers to either side, and here comes Bates in motion. He'll move to the left, and it's a quick pitch out to Bates. He can't make the catch at the 41-yard line. A little hot coming in to Altarius Bates. He couldn't hold on to it. It'll bring up 3rd down and 3.
Yeah, I don't know if that would have been a good idea for him to actually catch that ball, because it looked like we had 1 blocker and 2 defenders over there.
2 really big defenders.
So wisely, Bates might have just let that one go.
3rd and 3 now from the Vols 38. Go the Lions. Edwards with 3 men to the far side of the field, and he's going to go to that far side and tug it back in. He's going to be short of his first down by maybe a yard. The line to make is the 35. They're going to mark Edwards down just outside the 36. No score here so far at Stanley Jensen. 8:30 to play in the opening quarter. 0 for the Vols, 0 for the Lions. And it's a 4th and 2 from the 37. It's no man's land right now.
Yeah,
you got to go for it.
It's a long 2.
Edwards may pull one of those quick kicks here, or they may just go for it.
Let's go for it.
Here goes Causey moving to the far side now in motion. Edwards takes a snap.
Everybody.
They bring the house. Edwards is not going to be able to step out of the pressure, and it's an incomplete pass as he was under a sea of humanity back at the 45-yard line. So the Vols take over. 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
I'll tell you.
Interception and then a turnover on downs.
If he could have found a receiver, we would have scored, because I think they brought 10.
Yeah. In that case, a deep throw is as good as a punt right there. Because you were right, they had about 10 men on our side of the line of scrimmage. So 7:59 to play, opening quarter, and the Vols have possession back again. 1st and 10 from their own 37. Here's Wilson. He's going to give it on the end around. It's reverse
pass.
Double pass
He's
here.
got a guy wide open in 2 places.
And he makes the catch.
And he's going to. We got to hawk him down.
Down inside the 5. Down inside the 10-yard line, down to the 6 goes number 12, Reginald Summage. The pass ended up being by the quarterback, Curtis Wilson. But the Vols have 1st and 10 now inside the 10-yard line. Inside the Lions 10 at the 6.
They reverse an outside zone, flip it as a reverse to the inside slot receiver, who runs back and flips it to the quarterback, who throws his choice of 2 open receivers.
Here's Wilson again here. He's going to give it to his running back, and he's going to go down inside the 5 to the 1-yard line is number 28, Ernest George. It'll be second and goal for the Vols at the 1-yard line. 7:29 to play, opening quarter. No score yet, but the Vols threatening to break on top early. Wilson goes under center and just going to try to keep it. And I think second effort has him in the end zone. Touchdown, JD. Touchdown Vols with 7:07 to play in the opening quarter. 6-0 your score, and now for the all-important, what has become critical this year, the point-after attempt for the Vols. Boy, a little trickeration there gets the Vols in the end zone early.
It's first time I think we've used trickeration word this year, isn't it?
Well, first time it's been required.
It's been required.
Their big old kicker comes out for the point after now.
Big number 75.
Big number 75. Snap and hold, and the kick is up, and it's blocked. No good on the kick. 7:07 to play opening quarter. JD 6, Prattville 0. Lions football continues in 30 seconds.
That was 20.
Buffalo Rock is well known for Pepsi and other great soft drink brands. Did you know that Buffalo Rock is one of the River Region's full-service caterers? And have you heard about Micro Market? Buffalo Rock is leading the region with innovation to replace conventional vending at many of the larger industrial plants. Plant management loves it, and so do the employees. To find out more about Buffalo Rock Catering and the Micro Market, call Mike Barnett at 334-394-4452. The Buffalo Rock family is proud to support area schools. BuffaloRock.com.
Welcome back to Stanley Jensen Stadium. 6-0 is your score. Jeff Davis strikes first here on a key play was a 60-yard double reverse pass that took him down inside the 6, and they punched it in from there in 2 plays. So now Prattville's got to answer back. Down 6-zip. First time they've trailed in several quarters. So big number 75 for the Vols will kick off again. Remind you, his name is Juan Cardenas, sophomore kid. Malik and Brandon deep to receive. They're down at their own 15, as Cardenas has shown he's not going to kick it very deep. And Cardenas prepares to put total leather, moving from our right to our left. And ball is up. And it is a short, pooched kick. Fair catch called for at the 36-yard line. And that's where the Lions will take over once again. Keandre Powell makes the catch. Let's take it down to our Steak and Shake Southern reporter, Pratt Bedwell.
The block was number 2.
Yeah.
The Lions equalize. It's 6-6.
I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, but Malik had to stop running and drag his feet and wait on the ball. He didn't have any more real estate back there to catch that ball.
I could tell if the ball's going to hit the field goal post or into Malik's arms.
Yeah,
but what a catch by Malik Smith.
Wow. Nice throw and catch.
That's your Sport Clips MVP of the scoring drive. And now they're going to call unsportsmanlike against the Lions. Unsportsmanlike is the call against the Lions. I wonder what that could have been. We'll find out. We'll find out from Pratt maybe after this kick. It's Pirine on for the point after. Edwards kneels down to hold. Kyle Kramer with the snap. The snap is up, the hold is down, and the kick is up, and it's good with 5:49 to play in the opening quarter. Lions 7, Vols 6. We'll be right back after these words. 30-second break. That's how you answer back.
Well, just waiting to talk is kidding me. And then forget what I'm going to say. Video live streaming on Prattville Live and YouTube. And I can't decide if I want to sit down or stand up. Crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy up here, man.
Welcome back to Stanley Jensen Stadium. Your most valuable play of the scoring drive was a 44-yard bomb from Trey Edwards to Malik Smith. No appointment needed at Sport Clips. The Sport Clips MVP experience includes a precision haircut, massaging tea tree shampoo, and a legendary hot steam towel. Sport Clips in Prattville in front of Target on Legends Parkway. 7-6 your score here. Lions on top. Let's take it down to our sideline reporter, Steak and Shake's own Pratt Bedwell.
Yes, celebration is what the call was.
You can't be happy anymore?
Obviously you can't. Let me tell you,
you can't have nothing.
Just can't be happy out on the field, I guess.
You can't be happy out on the field, and let me say this, I guess, without getting in trouble, Coach Ross was not happy about it either. Let me just rest you assured that he was not happy. But it was funny watching them on that pass play. Coach Ross wanted to throw his hands up for a touchdown, the touchdown signal, and then he had to stop and look when Malik made that heck of a catch right down there and had to slow down and stop, like Donnie said, in order to keep his feet in.
Ty Pirine kicks it off left to right, fielded at the 15-yard line by number 4. He's got room across the 40 to the 50, into line territory at the 45 before he's wrestled down is number 4, Rance Lee, and that's when that unsportsmanlike penalty really hurts right there.
Yep, because you didn't have a very deep kick, and And
normally that's a touchback.
That's normally deep in the end zone, but it's not.
This time it was called at the 15-yard line, and that's about a 35-yard swing in favor of the Vols. So 1st and 10, Jeff Davis at the Prattville 44-yard line with 5:37 to play in the opening quarter. Lions leading 7-6. Here's Wilson with a quad stack on the far side, looking at that far side and throwing complete to number 14 across the middle. He's got some room across the 30, on his feet to the 27-yard line before he's wrestled down.
Threw that to the inside receiver running a slant, and the back guy run almost like a screen, which is what you expect out of something like that formation.
That's Tavares Womack on the catch for the Vols. 1st and 10, Vols at the Lions' 27-yard line. 5:20 to play. Lions holding a 7-6 lead at the moment. 2 receivers to the far side, and Wilson hands off now. Play action, and he throws it complete at the 15-yard line. Shakes a man at the 10. Down to the 5 goes the J.D. Vol receiver, and he's got a 1st and goal for his team, does Reginald Summage, at the Prattville 5-yard line. Just a little sit-down route.
Yeah, I mean, in a great read. I'm like you. I thought he gave it, which he didn't.
1st and goal Vols at the Lions' 5-yard line. Motion man comes to the far side, and Wilson wants to throw it right to him, and he's got him. He faked it and tried to keep it himself and reached for the pylon and did not get there. He's down to the 3-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like he stepped out, dove out, got knocked out. I'm not sure. But, yeah, I thought he threw it too.
He had it if he wanted it. That he did, but he pulled it back down. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. Lions had 2 4th and goal stops last week against Lee. Let's see if they can catch it again here. They've got 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line, and now a timeout is going to be called by the Lions. They don't like this defense they're in right now.
But we just sent a heavy package out there.
We're going to take a 30-second break during this timeout. The Lions football will return after this 30-second break.
In 1934, Steak and Shake decided the world didn't need another hamburger. It needed a steak burger. So they used 100% beef. Quick seared to seal in the flavor you'll only get from a steak burger. Steak and Shake, home of the original steak burger.
New at Steak and Shake, 24 meals under $4 with handcrafted steak burgers, all beef steak franks, and fresh guacamole made from scratch. Get 24 meals for under $4. New at Steak and Shake.
All right, man. All right.
Welcome back to Stanley Jansen Stadium. 4:41 to play in the opening quarter. Prattville 7, Jeff Davis 6. But the Vols are staked to a 2nd and goal from the Lions' 3-yard line. Let's take it down to Pratt Bedwell, our Steak and Shake sideline reporter.
There was a little communication. As you see, they were trying to get a timeout, and the official on this sideline so far down here, and about half of the defense that wasn't in the ball game was running down the sideline trying to get his attention to get the signal of timeout. But hopefully they put like you said, they put like I guess a jumbo package defensive wise.
The heavy package.
The heavy package.
Shotgun snap, and Jeff Davis is going to walk it into the end zone untouched. Yep. Touchdown Vols. Well, they're making it look easy so far tonight. 12-7, they lead the Lions, and the Lions have not had an answer for this Vols offense just yet. Still searching as the Vols break on top again. It's the third lead change of the night, 12-7, and we're only 4:37 remaining in the first quarter.
Well,
Cardenas now on for the point after for the Vols. He waits for the snap. The hold is down, and the kick is up, and it's blocked again. No good. 12-7 is your score. Vols lead. 4:37 to play in the first quarter. We're going to break away for 30 seconds and come back. Prattville Lions football continues right after this. Welcome back to Stanley Jensen Stadium. 12-7, the Vols lead the Lions with 4:37 to play here in the opening quarter. Hey, folks, you can Extreme Bowl tonight after the game at Bama Lanes in Prattville. Extreme Bowling happens Friday and Saturday nights from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m., including The cost, including unlimited bowling and street rental, only $10.
$10.
You can bowl for 4 hours with black lights and music and your buddies all around you for $10.
For $10.
Can't beat it.
We might just need to go do that tonight.
Might need to after Los Mayas tonight and burn off some of that Mexican food with some bowling.
All right, I'm probably going to go home and go to bed, though. I'm a little tired.
I heard that about you.
Yeah, I'm a party pooper.
Cardenas set to kick off for the Vols. Kicking again from our right to our left for you folks listening at home on Dixie Country 100.1 FM. Sorry that lost the feed there momentarily, but you should be hearing us crystal clear now once again. We appreciate you tuning in to Prattville Lions football tonight. It's an important regional tilt tonight, and the Vols have come prepared to fight as the Lions receive this kick. It's Butts at the 20-yard line, 25, 30. Spins off a man, still pumping his legs across the 35 to the 37-yard line. They take over at their customary 36, 37-yard line position.
Yeah, it's a good little return by Brandon, though.
It certainly was. So 4:29 to play in the opening quarter. 12-7 is your score. Vols lead the Lions. Let's take it down to our Steak and Shake sideline reporter, Mr. Pratt Bedwell.
Yeah. Well, I was just trying to get this through my thought process. As Donnie was saying, they had JD's defense line up in the 3-4, and they keep walking down, and that's where they're. So maybe we're trying to run them in, make the deep play to adjust and start spreading the ball around a little bit.
You're on a bunch set on 1st and 10, in and out of the hands of Isaiah Causey at the 43-yard line.
Yeah, Pratt, if you look at it, it looks like right now they've got all 11 men within about 10 or 11 yards of the ball.
Almost daring you to.
Just saying, okay,
try to take the top off.
Yeah, because we're going to cover you. We're not going to let you run the football like you've been accustomed to doing.
2nd and 10 for the Lions from their own 38-yard line. Here's a give to Jaquez Allen. Allen cutting it to the outside, 40, 45, in the open field across the 50 to the JD boundary at the 47-yard line. Jaquez Allen, the newest addition to the Prattville roster, making his presence felt already. 13 yards on him and a Prattville first down.
Good kid right there. First game tonight, and I know he's been with the team for a while. And it's good to see him break that off right there.
1st and 10 from the Vols, 46 go the Lions. They're going to bunch the receivers in on both sides here on the far hash.
And we got a timeout.
Lions are going to take their second timeout of the half, and we're going to take a 30-second timeout as well. Lions football continues in 30 seconds.
You never know who will be tonight's most valuable player, but you could be tomorrow's most valuable picker. That's because you can discover your next bargain at Prattville Pickers. It's the region's largest collection of everything unique. It's a treasure hunter's paradise and a collector's dream come true. Don't scrimmage through rummage. Go to Prattville Pickers for the best selection of everything unique. Cheer loud tonight for the game's most valuable player, and you can be the most valuable picker this weekend at Prattville Pickers on Highway 82 across from the Prattville Country Club.
Welcome back to Stanley Jensen Stadium. 4:15 to play here in the opening quarter. It's been a long first quarter here on senior night. 12-7 is your score. Vols with 12. Our homestanding Lions with 7. But we just saw something interesting. A 1st and 10 by the Lions at the Vols 46, but it was run by our newest addition to the roster, number 2, Jaquez Allen, and you'll see him plenty tonight. Jaquez is a former Hoover Buck and a former JD Vol himself. Dad's a Marine recruiter, an Army recruiter, I think. So a lot of moving around.
A lot of movement.
And we're glad to have him with us tonight as part of this roster. A senior running back who is very used to these high-intensity ball games. And here's a quick front pass to Malik. Malik cuts it to the outside, hit at the 40, and dropped at the 39-yard line.
Yeah, a lot of more teams are going to that toss instead of the handoff.
It actually counts as a forward pass.
It counts as a pass, right? And but it also counts as an incomplete if you put it on the ground. So if you got good officials that are paying attention.
2nd and 3 for the Lions at the Vols 39-yard line. They're going to put 2 receivers to the far side. They got Jordan Garland here alone on the near side. Allen will flank Edwards to the left. Shotgun snap, play action pass. It is caught by Bates at the 40, inside the 35, first down to the 34-yard line.
That was similar to the play they tried to run back early in the first quarter. 2 guys out, 2 receivers out. You throw it to one, he's got to make one miss. He got the block, picked up the first down. Good job right there.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Lions at the Vols 34-yard line. 3:22 to play. Opening quarter, 12-7. Vols on top, and here's Edwards. Snapped over his head. He's going to have to fall back on it at his own 45-yard line. That is a big 20-yard loss for the Lions. That is not what you want.
No,
on these possessions. That is, you cannot have that.
Yeah, that hurts. That hurts big time. 20, how many yards?
I believe it was 19 total.
Oh, goodness. Well, it was 1st and 10 and
second down and 29.
Second and 29.
From our own 46-yard line. The line to make for a first down is the 24-yard line, and we're just going to run it up the middle to midfield, pick up 4 yards. So it'll be 3rd and 25 coming up for the Lions. Again, the line to make is the JD 24. So it's actually 3rd and 26 from the 50.
Yeah, third and 26.
So you run your 3rd and 26 play. It's page 63 of the playbook.
I'm going to tell you, I don't have a 3rd and 26 play.
4 receivers in the set, 3 to the far side. Edwards drops the pass. Allen in pass protect. Edwards looking downfield, still looking. He's got Thompson streaking down the field, and he's open at the 10. Thompson makes the catch at the 5. He's out of bounds at the 2. 1st and goal, Prattville. 48-yard pass.
Well, apparently Prattville has a 3rd and 26 play.
They have a 26-yard play. Looking at the replay, Thompson running across the middle. He is a matchup nightmare for linebackers.
He's so fast. You get, like you said, you got a matchup nightmare. You got a big guy that can block, that can run like an outside receiver or a slot receiver.
Looking at that D&J Auto Parts instant replay right there. What a treat it is to have instant replay here in the booth. And for you folks watching on the Prattville Live YouTube feed, you can thank the Prattville media team for putting that together. Now the Lions will go for 2 here. Edwards takes it into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and it is good with 1:33.
That was the touchdown.
Oh, that was a touchdown. Never mind. That's right. Touchdown.
Taylor went out at the 2.
That's right. He went out at the 2. Yeah. I'm perplexed because with Donnie here beside me tonight, I just keep looking at him instead of looking at the game.
It's because I got my hair cut today.
13-12, Prattville on top now on the 2-yard run by Trey Edwards. And this time they will go for 2.
2-point. Wait, we got a flag. What?
It was too good. It was too good. See, that was foreshadowing, folks. I knew they were going to go for 2, and now they're going to have to try something else.
So we may have to shift down and actually kick now.
Yeah, maybe.
But
what a play by Edwards to keep the drive alive, and Thompson coming across the field. 48-yard catch on 3rd and 26. Goodness gracious.
Illegal substitution call by Jeff Davis. So now we're going to move it half the distance.
But why can't we decline that?
Well, I think we're going in. We're going to go for 2 now.
We went for 2 before and got it.
No, that was actually when we scored.
No, Trey put it in.
Right, but we had to.
I understand.
Okay, it's just one of those things.
I'm with you, Coach.
Now we just broke the huddle with too many people, so now it's going to go
back the other way. Man, you can't
illegal
have
substitution.
You can't have nothing. So a 1.5-yard penalty and now a 5-yard penalty.
Now a 5-yard penalty. Now we're going to send the kicking team back out.
Why can't it just be 1.5 on both sides?
Yeah, see.
Goodness.
All right, now the kickers go back out. And Kramer and
13-12, Prattville on top. 1:33 to play here in the opening quarter. And now a long PAT coming up for P-Rhyme.
No, okay, a little bit longer.
An extra 5, which take nothing for granted on the PAT game so far this year. Edwards will kneel down at the 14-yard line. 24-yard PAT attempt coming up for Tylen P-Ryan. Kyle Kramer on the snap. And now they goodness gracious. Another dead ball. Offsides on Jeff Davis. Have you ever seen so much trouble with 1 point?
That's 3 penalties in a row. So where's the ball go back to now? Half the distance?
It should go to the 1.5 yard line where it was before, but they won't do that. It'll probably be at the back to the original 3-yard line.
Now it's back on the 3, and we put the ball back on the 10, and we line up in the gate. And let's see if we run the 2-point conversion now.
Oh my goodness! Line it up in the gate. Smith going in motion, and they'll try the 2-point conversion here. Edwards throws it to the end zone.
Oh, and we dropped it.
Thompson could not hold on to it. So the Lions retain a 1-point lead with 1:33 to play in the opening quarter. 13-12 Lions with the 4th lead change of the night. Break on top. We'll take a 30-second break and come right back. Lions football continues after these words.
I'm Chip Powell with the Prattville Lions broadcast crew and a longtime customer of Billy Linham's Auto Save Tire and Automotive. Billy is proud to support the Lions Quarterback Club and all of the radio and live stream broadcasts. But the thing that he is most proud of is having a reputation for saving his customers money on the best brand name tires, automotive accessories, and service. Let Billy and his crew know that you appreciate the support of Prattville High School. Let Auto Save Tire and Automotive take care of your vehicles and save you money. North Memorial Drive in Prattville and locations in Montgomery and Wetumpka. AutoSaveTires.net.
Welcome back to Stanley Jensen Stadium. 1:33 to play in the opening quarter that has lasted for more than 40 minutes.
I thought we were like at half.
13-12, Prattville on top. Your Sport Clips MVP, the scoring drive was a 48-yard pitch and catch from Edwards to Thompson from the 50 down to the 2-yard line to set up a 2-yard run by Trey Edwards. No point needed at Sport Clips. The Sport Clips MVP experience includes a precision haircut, massaging tea tree shampoo, and a legendary hot steam towel. Sport Clips for a target on Legends Parkway. As P. Ryan kicks this one off, it's going to sail into the Cardinal end zone. Touchback. Let's go down to our Steak and Shake sideline reporter, Mr. Pratt Bedwell.
Yeah, how about that, 30-minute 2-point conversion?
Yeah.
The back-to-back penalties.
Back-to-back penalties.
3 penalties, the clock never moved.
Yeah, and I'm still going to stick with what I said earlier as far as what we were talking about as far as our Prattville's offense going. And them, still walking down, and we can still, just like you said, daring us to throw it. And I think once we loosen it up, then we can start running, roll back into the running game. And by the way, Miss Stockman, I love you too.
1st and 10, Vols at their own 20. Here's a give up the middle to Summage, and Summage is going nowhere. A 2-yard pickup before he is jerked to the ground by Zach Berner.
Zach has been on several plays tonight and coming off the edge, and has been in coverage a couple of times. Prattville with their traditional 3-man, 4-man, depending on what down it is, and Coach J.B. Wallace has got them lined up everywhere.
2nd down and 8 now from the Vols 22. Go the Vols. Wilson will send the man in motion. It's Rance Lee to the far side. 2-back set, 1 left early, no flag on the play, and here's across the middle, and this nearly it tipped and intercepted nearly again. That time it was Jacob Howard who nearly had the tip and the pick.
Which, had he not, we'd be down here kicking another extra point because there's nobody else there. The motion, Jeff Davis brought a man in motion. It caused the safety to bump down and left the middle of the field wide open.
55 seconds left in the opening quarter. 13-12, Prattville leads. 3rd and 8 for the Vols at their own 22-yard line. It'd be nice to shut them down here and get the ball back. We keep swapping scores with them in the first quarter. 4 touchdowns registered so far tonight, and we're not through the first quarter. Penalty play.
Timeout.
Yep. Yeah, timeout is the call. Volunteers call a timeout. They're first of the half. And we're going to stay. We're going to stay right here.
Stay here.
We're going to stay with you through the timeout. Hey, folks, the great folks at Steak and Shake provided us with awesome burgers and fries tonight here in the press box. And they've done it all season long, and we're grateful for their support. But Steak and Shake has a great breakfast menu as well. And one of the best kept secrets in Prattville is the Steak and Shake breakfast menu.
It is so good.
24 meals under $4. And my favorite thing is, I'm not a breakfast guy, but at Steak and Shake, they know this, that some people just aren't breakfast people. You can get a cheeseburger for breakfast.
You can.
And it is the bomb any time of day.
It's technically still breakfast.
It is technically still breakfast, but here's the thing. In America, we have this thing where breakfast gets a free pass at any meal, but people don't want to have lunch at breakfast, and I think that's just criminal. If you haven't had lunch or breakfast, you're really missing out.
You really are, but you got to have breakfast.
Right, eat something, but it doesn't have to be like waffles or a muffin. It can be a burger.
It can.
And a Steak and Shake will do that for you. Coming out of the timeout, and my soapbox, 3rd and 8 at the Vols 22. Here's Wilson to pass. Looking downfield, stepping out of pressure. He's going to try to make a run for his first down, and he will be just shy, I believe. Depending on the spot, he might be right at it.
Yeah, I don't know if that was him before the chains or if that was him after the chains, but somebody was short of the chains.
They've got him spotted right at the 30.
And they're moving it?
They are moving it before the refs even call for it. 1st and 10 Vols by the narrowest of margins. as we go under 26 seconds to play here in the opening quarter. 1st and 10 Vols at their own 30-yard line. Prattville 13, JD 12. And we might get one, maybe two more plays left before this first quarter horn goes off. Wilson lines up in the shotgun. Orenthesis Watley flanks to his right. And his play-action pass, Wilson's going to keep it around. He's got room across the 40 to the 44-yard line before he's wrestled down on 14-yard pickup. And that'll do it for the first quarter. First quarter play in the books, and it is a shootout in the jungle tonight. Prattville 13, Jeff Davis 12. 4 touchdowns, 2 for each side. The difference is an extra point at the moment. We're going to take a 1-minute break. Lions football continues right after this.
The CA?
A world full of opportunities.
Where are you now? Where are you going?
Where do you want to be?
These are all important in determining your path in life.
More importantly, why be ordinary
when you can be extraordinary?
At Central Alabama Community College, you can be anything you wish to be.
Don't put your future on hold and don't settle for less than excellence.
We are Central Alabama Community College.
Central to you.
Central to your success.
I could have built a drugstore anywhere in Montgomery, but it was this neighborhood that needed it. When I moved here, it was thriving. I want to see it that way again. Riverbank made borrowing the money easy when other banks didn't. It's nice when people care enough to make sure you have what you need. That's how I treat my customers, and that's how the folks at Riverbank treat me.
Second quarter of play getting underway here. Teams flip sides. 1st and 10 for the Vols at their own 44-yard line. Lions 13, JD 12 as we begin the second half. Wilson wants to pass, throwing downfield, throwing toward Butts. Receiver gets it knocked away at the 25-yard line. Brandon Butts in the hip pocket, the intended receiver, and the intended receiver for the Vols is down on that far sideline.
Yeah, I don't know if he got tripped up over there. Maybe Pratt saw it better than we did up here. But Brandon was in perfect position there.
You know, Brandon gives up 5-6 inches to whoever he guards on most nights, but he is in the hip pocket, and you just cannot shake Brandon Butts. What a player he is. Let's go down to our Steak and Shake Southern reporter, Pratt Bedwell, who might have saw that a little better than we did.
Yeah, their feet tangled up with one another. That was a heck of a play by Brandon. Like last minute, you see his hands stick up or pop up, knock the ball away. And I think feet got tangled up. It kind of looks like his head kind of bounced off the turf a little bit. And could have just had
bell rung a little bit.
Bell rung, breath knocked out of him. But looks like he's up and on his feet, and he's walking back with no help.
Some scores from around the region tonight. Central in the second quarter leads Lee 13-7. Over in Smith Station, Auburn having their hands full with the Wildcats over there.
Smith Station
Panthers. Yeah, Auburn leads them 6-0 in the second, and down in Mobile, which could be an interesting topic here later on. Theodore leads McGill 3-0 in the second quarter. A lot going on around the region tonight. We'll try to keep you updated. We'll thank Milzer for the updates.
Milzer, the man that does everything.
2nd and 10 Vols from their own 44-yard line. 11:53 to play before the half. Lions holding on to a 1-point lead. And here is Wilson handing off to his running back, George. And George spinning off tackles at the 50-yard line. He's finally met by all 11 Prattville defenders at the 50.
Wow, they call that gang tackling.
Actually, that was number 11, Jare German, the 11th grader at 5'8", 186. He's a bowling ball out there.
And 32 coming out of the bottom of that pile.
Yeah, of course. As now number 90, Chris Bozeman, checks into the middle of that defensive front. Good to see Chris Bozeman back in action tonight. He's been out since the first game with a shoulder injury, but he is back tonight. It's good to see him back in that Cardinal on the field. 3rd and 3 now for the Vols at the Prattville 49-yard line. Wilson spreads the field wide and is going to keep it. And he's got room across the 50 to the 40. He'll get his first down across the 35 to the 34-yard line. Hard running by Curtis Wilson.
Yeah, he had caught a seam right there, and he's got good speed, and he made the most of it. I don't know, and we so much we try to tackle the football, and I see this especially at my level where kids are trying to strip the ball instead of just going down and wrap him up and tackle him right there, and that resulted in about 8 more yards on that carry.
1st and 10 Vols at the Prattville 34-yard line. 10:44 to play before the half, and here's Wilson to pass, throwing it across the middle, and this ball nearly intercepted again. right across the helmets of two Prattville defenders.
Little alligator arms by the Jeff Davis receiver over there.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to take that hit either.
No, that would have hurt. But anyway, I wish we could have came up with the ball.
That would have been good. Because if we had, it was going to be 6 the other way. Because a lot of green space in front of Brandon Butts over there, just out of his reach. 2nd and 10 now for the Vols at the Lions' 34-yard line. Lions nursing a 13-12 lead at the moment. 4 first-quarter touchdowns, 2 for the Vols and 2 for the Lions. And we are stuck at 13-12. Here's Wilson. Now, a timeout. JD's going to call a timeout with 10:33 to play before the half. Timeout on the field. We'll take a 30-second break. Lions football continues after these words.
Brent Stevens here at Brubaker of Prattville. We're proud to support Coach Ross and the Lions as they restore the roar here in 2018. Now through the end of the month, we're kicking off some great savings with invoice pricing on the all-new JL Wrangler. Savings of $15,000 off 18 and 19 Bighorn trucks and 25% off all 2019 Jeep Cherokees. New cars, used cars, parts or service, it's always a better buy at Brubaker. Go Lions.
Hey, I'm Shane Spiller with Spiller Furniture and Mattress. We're a proud supporter of Prattville Lions football and glad to be part of the broadcast. We're located right in downtown Prattville, been here for 35 years. Right here in downtown.
Coming out of the timeout for the Vols at the Lions' 34-yard line. The Vols have had a 2-for-3 night so far. 3 possessions, 2 of them resulting in touchdowns. And here is a give to number 11 again. It's German. Spins off tackler in the backfield, and he's going to run down to the 26-yard line. Shy of the first down, about 2 yards shy. It'll be 3rd down and 2 for the Vols.
Hit that circle button on the PlayStation
yes, he
there,
did.
didn't he? Because
yes,
that was
he
a
did.
very, very nice spin move. Moved him a little bit closer to the line of scrimmage, but still manageable.
3rd and a short 3 here coming up for the Vols at the Prattville 27-yard line as we go under 10 minutes to play here before halftime. Prattville holding a 13-12 advantage. It is in jeopardy at the moment as the Vols are moving close to that Prattville red zone. Wilson, double play action, wants to pass, throws across the middle, incomplete. Nice breakup at the 13-yard line by number, can you see that number, Donnie?
I can't see that number, but I'm going to say it's 5, but got an injured, shaking up JD player down there.
Oh, man, you can't see it either. I told you it was hard. I want to say it's Wade White over there on the breakup. It was a big hit at the 13-yard line. Pass was intended for Corinthus' Watley, and incomplete it goes. 4th down and 3 now for the Vols. They're going to let it go for it here. Be careful not to get pulled off sides, Prattville. From 4th and 3 from the line 27, go the JD Vols. They're going to put 5 receivers in the formation here. Empty house backfield for Wilson from the shotgun. Picks the snap up and throws across the middle. It is caught at the 20, the 15, Watley at the 10, down to the 7-yard line. How about that?
Well, we gambled and brought everybody again, and they found the open, hot receiver and converted it into a first down.
1st and goal, Vols at the Lions' 7-yard line. Once again, the Vols with a 1st and goal. 13-12, Prattville leads it. But again, that lead is in jeopardy with 9:30 to play before halftime. Vols 1st and goal from the 7. Pistol formation here, and here's a give to German. German's going across the 5 and into the end zone, but we had a stoppage in play before it got off. Flag in the backfield.
Where?
Well, in the defensive backfield. Just
I
above the
back
V.
of the end zone.
Just
I
above
see
the
it now.
V.
Okay.
In Prattville.
Well, couldn't have been a delay of game unless we've got too many men on the field.
Illegal substitution is a call against the Lions. Half the distance to the goal. It'll be 1st and goal from the 3.5 when we resume play. And this number 11 running back, Jaira German, is a linebacker, a hybrid linebacker running back type, 5'8", 186 pounds, and he is a load to bring down, just a junior. This is his kind of zone right here. 1st and goal from the 3.5, and now another stoppage in play. And let's see what this one's all about. I don't think anybody's called a timeout.
No. Unless we're counting.
And Here come the other officials running in from the side. We're going to have a meeting.
It looks like 11 Prattville players.
And Whitecap is still they're having this conference. They're all about 10 yards apart. Like I think they're yelling at each other. Hard to tell exactly what's going on right here. Now they're going to get a little closer, and they're going to go a little back.
A couple of them in the white, and we're going to wave the flag off now.
No penalty on the play. We just had to show you we got these flags, and we know how to use them. First and goal now from just outside the Prattville 3-yard line. We are determined to run a play here. Under 9 minutes to play. Here is Wilson. And the give is to German. German spins again. This time he will spin himself. Loose ball. Ball is on the ground and don't know who's got it. It is a touchback. This ref has just signaled touchback. And the Lions recovered.
There we go.
The Lions recovered a fumble in the end zone, a touchback, dodging the bullet. Shot by J.D., and the Lions will take over at their own 20-yard line. I believe it was
Wade White.
Wade White once again coming up with the turnover. Let's go down to our Steak and Shake Southern reporter, Pratt Bedwell.
I think that's the break we've been looking for all night. The big hit down here on the breakup earlier was number 6.
Yeah.
And that was recovered by number 8.
That was 8?
This was
Trey
8.
Thompson.
Okay.
This was 8 for the
fumble recovery.
For the fumble recovery, yes.
Trey Thompson.
Miss Shirley will be happy.
Miss Shirley will be happy. And I'll get back to you in a minute next time you guys come back to me we'll talk about what the flag was down here.
Thank you, sir. Well, he's doing a great job tonight.
What a guy.
I love Pratt Bedwell.
Man.
But who doesn't, right?
I'm getting replaced by everybody.
First and 10 Lions from the 20. Edwards, quick pass out to, I can't read the number over there, but he's down in the backfield, back at the 12-yard line. That's an 8-yard loss on a pass play.
On a completion.
Allen looking for the completion there, and he's going to lose 6 yards, 8 yards. Second down and 18. That was actually Wade White.
Guy's doing everything.
That was Kidd. It was Jaden Kidd. The other 6, Jaden Kidd.
The other 6, the offensive 6.
Jaden Kidd. Second down at 18 now for Prattville at the 12-yard line. Trey with 3 receivers split out wide to the far side, and now throwing it to Thompson at the 15-yard line. Spins off tacklers across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Gets back inside the chains and set up 3rd down and 9. That's what you need there to get back inside the chains and give you a chance to move it here.
I'm just really curious as to what the penalty was, and I am just racking my brain up here trying to figure out what happened, and I can't wait to find out from Pratt.
Well, he knows, and he's holding that.
He does. He's got that over my head right now, and he knows that's bothering me. It's eating me up right now.
13-12, Prattville leads by 1 here with 7:20 to play before halftime. 3rd and 9 for the Lions at their own 21-yard line. Edwards drops back to pass, looking downfield, in some pressure, feels it, now steps out of it, going to try to run with it across to the 24-yard line, and he's going to be down right there. J.D. forces another 3 and out. That's their second 3 and out of the night.
Yep, we're going to
have to punt this one away and really need P. Ryan to show that leg he's got. He's been struggling with his punts for the last 3 games. Let's hope he can get one of those to turn over right here.
2 weeks ago, he was too close to kicking to the shield, but they look like they've got that fixed now. And he's back, so I can't really tell what the problem is if it's his drop or his toe is straight up in the air again.
Rance Lee back at his own 45, and P. Ryan gets a nice punt off this time. It'll be taking a Prattville bounce at the J.D. 40 and dropping to a stop at the 36-yard line where Kramer, who does the long snapping, gets downfield and picks up and stops the play right there at the 36. J.D. takes over at Prattville's starting field position, the 36. Let's go back down to Pratt Bedwell for some insight on that penalty flag.
Okay. They had a illegal substitution. They hadn't blown the ball ready to play, and Prattville was swapping in and out of personnel. And they hadn't blown the ball ready to play, and the other guy did not know that, or the other official didn't know that, and threw a flag because they still had 12 out there. And they run it off, and he says, no, we had to give him the opportunity to swap, change personnel. So that's what that was all about.
Now, what's that one right there? They just threw a flag on 1st and 10 before the ball could get off. Go, Pratt.
I
got him. Stumped him.
I thought I was done. I thought I was done.
I think somebody moved.
It was somebody moved. I mean, it wasn't cross-sides.
Wasn't cross-sides. It was on the Volunteers for sure.
Hey, give a quick shout-out right here. Vic says it's 44 degrees in Fairbanks.
Cedric Daniels checking in for the linebacker position for Prattville right now. Set first and 15 for the Vols. Incomplete pass. Incomplete pass. It'll be second down and 15 back at the JD 31-yard line.
Good pressure right there. I couldn't tell who that big guy was in there. 99.
You got 99, Kyrie Davis. And that is a big guy. 6 foot, 270-pound junior. Seen some injuries in his time, but he's had a good year so far. Remained fairly healthy and has been a big-time contributor on that defensive front.
Kyrie and McQuistion, I believe, is in there.
That's
I can't tell who that is on the far side.
Second and 15 for the Vols from their own 31-yard line. Low snap picked up, and Wilson is going to play action here. He's in some trouble, stepping out of pressure, ailing toward the Prattville boundary, and finds his man complete at the 50-yard line.
Good night.
Wrestled down right there. Number 12, Reginald Summage. Bailed out Wilson, came back for the ball, and moves the chains for the Vols.
That's a nice throw and catch.
It really was.
Wow. I thought we'd knocked him out of bounds, but I guess he still had some sideline over there.
6:05 to play before halftime. 13-12. Prattville on top. JD first and 10 at the Lions' 49-yard line. Wilson with 4 receivers in the formation, 3 to the far side, 1 to the near. Is going to look to pass to that far side. It is tipped again, and incomplete it goes. Zach Berner.
Zach
breaks it up. It'll bring up second and 10. That is, I believe, the 4th pass breakup of the night for this Lions D, and they're going to need about 10 more.
We're going to need that, and we need Jeff Davis to punt.
Yeah, eventually they're going to have to punt.
They're going to have to punt.
We need them to punt. Because so far we punted twice, and they punted nil. The 13-12 lead doesn't hold up when you punt and they don't.
That's it.
Second and 10 Vols from the Lions' 49. Vols with 2 receivers to either side of the field now from the near hash. Wilson looking to pass, nobody there. He's going down at his own 49-yard line. It's a 2-yard loss.
All right.
Willie Willis.
Willie
22.
Willie Willis. It looked like the Jeff Davis receiver fell out here, number 4.
Mm-hmm.
And when he fell, our defensive back fell on top of him, but when he tripped and hit the ground, then we fell on top of him. Quarterback looks, there's nobody there to throw, so great coverage right there.
That's called the old pancake coverage.
Pancake coverage.
I like it.
I like it.
3rd and 12 for the Vols at their own 49. Trips to the far side, low snap. Wilson picks it up and steps out of pressure, and he's got a lot of room to run across the 40 to the 35, across the 30, and finally hit out of bounds at the 30-yard line of Prattville.
Move the chains.
Move the chains once again. 21 yards for Wilson.
Looked like we had him. Well, we didn't have him. We had pressure off the edge over there, and he just completely just ran the opposite way.
Yep.
Into a very large hole.
That's what a mobile quarterback will do. 1st and 10 from the Lions 30 go the Vols. This time it is number 24 at the give, and he's going down to the 32-yard line. Big stop by the Prattville defense that time. Number 28, Ernest George on the stop, on the carry.
On the carry, that was 96. Our 5th. Good gracious. Sorry, Will.
Tyrese Nunn, number 95, on the stop. Nunn, just a sophomore, 6'1", 275-pound defensive lineman. A lot of upside. Coaches are high on Tyrese Nunn. 2nd down and 11 for the Vols at the Lions' 31-yard line. And Wilson, operating from the shotgun, sends Summage in motion to the near side. 2 receivers now set. And Wilson wants to pass. Berner giving pressure. Gets him wrapped up and dropped at the 45, and he gets a pass off, and incomplete it goes at the 35. But Berner put a nice lick on Curtis Wilson.
We had somebody who had, if he would have turned around, he may have seen the football and had an opportunity to catch it. But I can't tell. I think that's Rodney. So Rodney Thompson was in pursuit and couldn't see the ball where it was.
3rd down and 11 for the Vols at the Lions' 31-yard line. 4 receivers in the set, 2 to either side. Now, looking to the sideline is Wilson for a fresh set. He's got George flanked to his right now.
You know, this 3rd and long has been tough for us all season long.
Yes, it has. Wilson takes the snap, drops the pass, looks downfield, steps out of pressure, and is going to run for it, and there's nobody home, and he's going to get his first down and more across the 20 to the 18-yard line. He just makes it. I mean, there's nobody there. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the Prattville Lions radio network. First and 10 for the Vols at the Prattville 16-yard line. 4 minutes to play before half. Lions holding a 13-12 lead. And here is a give. And we got a penalty on the play before it gets off. Would have been about a 1-yard gain by Rance Lee. But let's see what this penalty is all about.
You got too many men moving.
We got a false start against the Vols. That'll back them up all the way to the Lions' 21-yard line. 22. It's even worse than I thought. First and 15 from the Lions, 22 they go. 3:53 to play before halftime. The Marcus Jackson halftime show comes at you with a mystery guest tonight. I won't tell you who. You're going to have to stay tuned to find out who that is because I don't know either. 13-12 is your score. Prattville leads by 1. Holding on to a 1-point lead. Here's Wilson. Pass across the middle, and it is caught by Summage, but he is met with force at the 17-yard line and dropped by Ian Jackson and company.
About to the original line of scrimmage, maybe a yard past it.
Maybe.
Hey, I know who the special guest is tonight.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I'm not going to tell you.
I got to find out, too.
Well, I know who it is.
I mean, you're going to wait. You're going to make me find out in real time.
I know who he is.
Okay. Oh, that's right. I do know who it is.
Now you know.
Now I know. I'll share it with you in just a minute. It's a marquee interview.
He moved.
Wilson on the carry, and he's going to be stopped short of his first down at the 15-14-yard line. It'll bring up a third down and 7 for the Vols just inside the Prattville 15-yard line. Yes, our Marcus Jackson halftime show guest tonight is the Prattville YMCA CEO. That's the chief executive officer, Mr. David Lewis. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Big Cheese. He's got a lot to talk about, like the great grits cook-off that you're so fond of.
Oh, I love that place.
3rd and 7 from the 14 go the Vols. Wilson looks back to pass. He's got a man in the end zone. Skylar Henderson giving chase. Flags on the play.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter
anyway.
because it is caught anyway. Touchdown Vols. 3 flags thrown in the vicinity. It would have been a pass interference call, but all for naught because it is caught by the Vols man in the corner. So, with 2:37 to play before half, 18 for Jeff Davis, 13 for the Lions. (18-13) it goes, and here is Big Cardenas on for the point after. 300-pound point after forthcoming. Waiting for the snap and the hold. Kick is up, and this one is good. With 2:37 to play, Jeff Davis jumps on top again. They lead our Lions 19-13. We'll take a 30-second break and come back right after these words.
12,000 square feet of great merchandise to help you be comfortable at the big game. Right here at Spiller Furniture and Mattress, we specialize in big selection, friendly service, and credit. So come see us in downtown Prattville at Spiller Furniture and Mattress, where we're proud to support Prattville Lions football. Go Lions.
Mom's Marketplace only happens twice a year for 1 week only, and it's the largest kids consignment sale in the region. The high-quality selection is incredible, and the bargains are unbelievable. Go to momsmarketplace.net and on Facebook. Maternity to infants, toddlers to school age. Mom's Marketplace.
Way before halftime. 19 for the Vols, 13 for the Lions. It's been a game of lead changes. That was our 6th lead change of the night, and the Vols now lead at 19-13. Really got to find some answers for this Vols passing attack, and specifically for C.J. Wilson, the quarterback, who is doing it all with his legs and with his arm.
Yeah, we we put ourselves in those situations over and over. 3rd and long, 3rd and 17, 3rd and 11, 3rd and 26 was us. So.
Right.
That was a good one, though. That was a good one.
That was good. That was what we like. Cardenas to kick off for the Vols. Toe punched out to the 20-yard line where Brandon Butts makes the catch at the 25. He's still on his feet to the 30 where he's down right there. 1st and 10 for the Lions at their own 30-yard line. Let's take it down to our Steak and Shake Southern reporter, Mr. Pratt Bedwell.
Yeah, you want I guess a pass interference call. I mean, if you got open field and if you get burned, and but that would probably be the least place that you would want to have one there. But you got to do it. We've got to find an answer, like you guys have been talking about all night. We've got to find an answer to get off the field 3rd and long and figure this out. It would be real sweet if we could take this ball and go down here and get some points out of it.
Kyle Kramer at quarterback hands this one off right up the middle, across the 30 to the 34-yard line. Forward progress is going to have him down at the just outside the 33 is Keandre Powell to the 34. 2nd down and 6 now coming up as we roll close to 2 minutes before halftime. Kramer, pistol set here, 2nd down and 6. Play action to Keandre, and he's going to pass it out to Thompson. Thompson at the 35-yard line and will be tripped up there for a minimal gain. They'll bring up 3rd down and 5. He stays in bounds. The clock continues to roll.
Yep, we had a block there, but Taylor couldn't get his body turned up, and he had to go outside the block, and got, like you said, he got tripped up right there.
3rd down and 5 for Prattville from their own 35-yard line, trailing 19-13 here just before halftime. 1:30 to play. Sends Causey in motion to the far side. Does Kramer. He drops back to pass. Looking and now firing this ball complete to Causey at the 40-yard line. He's going to be very, very close, I believe. Depending on the spot, they do have a 1st down. Yes, they do at the 40. Right. 1:24 to play. Prattville with 1 timeout remaining. Trailing 19-13 to the Jeff Davis Volunteers here on senior night. 1st and 10 they go from the 40. Clock in motion under 1:15 to play. And Powell will flank Kramer to the left side. Kramer looking downfield to pass, looking, and now firing it deep. He's got Malik Smith down there, but he left it a little bit short. Malik had to come back for it. If he puts a little more air on it, Malik walks into the end zone. Malik had to come back for that one.
That was a 57-yard throw by Kramer on that play.
About as far as you could throw it.
He needed to throw it 60.
He needed to throw it 60. 2nd down and 10 for the Lions. Clock stopped with 59 seconds to go before the half. 2nd and 10 Lions from their own 40-yard line, trailing the Vols by 6, 19-13. Kyle Kramer with 4 receivers in the set. Powell providing pass protection. Kramer stepping up and now throwing right as he's hit. And the ball is caught at the 50-yard line.
Yep, first down. I'm going to say first down.
That's a first down. That's a first down. Jordan Garland on the catch over there on the far side along the Jeff Davis boundary. From the 50 they go. 1st and 10. 1st and 10 good guys with 48 seconds. Clock on the move. Kramer loads a shotgun once again. Drops back to pass. Looking downfield. And now firing across the middle. This time in and out of the hands of Malik Smith at the 45-yard line. Hit him right on the 4. Couldn't quite hold on to it.
That's a hard catch coming into the middle of the field because you just don't know who sees you and who doesn't. And sometimes you want to turn your head and look upfield right before you catch the ball. And I think that's what got him on that play.
2nd down and 10, and now Jeff Davis is going to call a timeout. 39 seconds to play before the half. 19-13, Vols lead. The Lions with 1 timeout of their own remaining. They'll have it 2nd and 10 at the 50 when we come back. Hey, after the game, when we come back out of the timeout. After the game, you can ignite until midnight at Launch Trampoline Park. It's the coolest blacklight party in town. The ultimate, the extreme Launch Trampoline. They've got an American Ninja Warrior course in there, and a laser tag arena, and an arcade, and like 60 trampolines, and a trampoline dodgeball court, which I'm sure you would be all about.
Let me tell you, I quit jumping a few years ago.
But you could get into the laser tag.
I could get into shooting some laser tag and
with as much of a sharpshooter as you are.
Well, I'm not really a sharpshooter yet. I'm just the master marksman.
Oh yeah,
I know some expert shooters though.
I do too. I know a couple. I got a neighbor that's an expert marksman, retired. Coming out of the timeout, Lions will have 39 seconds to play with. 1 timeout remaining. It'll be 2nd and 10 right at the 50-yard line in between the hash marks. Kyle Kramer remains in at quarterback. put 2 receivers to either side. Smith and Thompson here on the far side. Garland and McCary on the near side. And now it's Bates. Now Bates comes in motion to that far side, and Kramer sets up the screen. It's Allen. Allen spins off the tackle at the 45. Still on his feet to the 40. Allen inside the 40 down to the 30-yard line. And steps out of bounds right there, and the flag. Oh, my gosh. They're going to get him for taunting, I believe.
I think so.
They're going to get him for taunting. He had a word for the guy that tackled him out of bounds there. It was a brief word, but it was enough, I believe.
Yeah. Yep. And I don't think that's going to be against them for tackling out of bounds.
I don't think so. Don't think so. It was a great run. Took him down to the 30-yard line. But unsportsmanlike is the call against the Lions.
Against
Dadgummit. And that'll move Prattville from that spot back 15 yards, so they'll be back at the 45-yard line. It will be a first down, but it'll be a first down from the Vols 45 instead of the Vols 30. And we are down to 25 seconds remaining in the half.
Well, the good thing is it's the 44.
Yeah, from the Vols 44 they go. First and 10, Kramer. Going to load up that shotgun one more time. 2 receivers to either side. Ball on the far hash. Kramer to pass across the far side, looking for Garland. Garland was not looking for it at the 20. He had gotten behind the defense, but he had not gotten his head turned around when that ball was released. And it'll bring up second down and 10.
Kyle was under some pressure that time.
Yep.
He had to go ahead and let it go.
Second and 10 now for the Lions from the Vols 44. Vols holding a 19-13 edge over the Lions. Second and 10, we go with 44 yards to pay dirt and 22 seconds to go before the half. Kramer to pass, looking downfield, steps out of pressure, and now throws, and this ball is caught for no gain. And Prattville's going to use their final timeout with 10 seconds to play. 19-13 is your score. Lions holding a 6-point deficit at the moment, but in a game that's gone back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Now it's kind of the scoring's kind of slowed down here in the second quarter. And remember, JD's going to get the ball to start the second half, so you really need to put some points on the board if you can, with 10 seconds remaining from inside the JD 40-yard line. You got maybe 2 plays left. If you use the time right, but it's gonna have to be a touchdown unless you get it out of bounds here.
Yep.
Because you won't have time to get your field goal unit on the field if you don't.
Is it 10 seconds?
10 seconds.
That pole's got me.
That pole is directly on the line.
I can't.
It is 10 seconds.
I can't tell if it's there's a 1 up there, a 0, or a 9, or.
At the half, we're going to get a word from Coach Ross. Our Steak and Shake Southern reporter, Pratt Bedwell, will catch him just as he's going into the locker room, and we'll get a little summary from him as soon as the second half bell is rung.
See if he's down there. Got to get close to him because he's fast.
Prattville's going to line up trips to the far side here. Kramer, he's your quarterback, takes a snap, and it's a pitch out to Garland. Garland's going to double pass it, throwing it toward the end zone, looking downfield for Thompson. And it's incomplete at the 10-yard line.
Oh.
Well, Thompson gave it all he had.
Yeah, he did.
But couldn't quite come up with it at the 10-yard line.
I don't know. It's one of those, if he keeps running, he might have caught it, but he jumped to try to catch it. And so what do you do now, Will?
Well, you got 8 seconds left.
I'm throwing it down there one more time.
It's 4th down and 5. You let it rip. You let it rip and go into the half. Trips to the near side, one alone, Malik Smith on the far side. Kramer loads a shotgun. He's got Powell flanking him to the right. Play clock down to 6, and Kramer gets the snap off, looking downfield, and now firing it deep into the end zone. Got a man down there. It's batted around and incomplete.
Oh.
And I had a chance at it, but incomplete it goes.
Like everybody.
And we are at half. Let's go down to the sideline. Pratt Bedwell's got Caleb Ross standing by.
Coach, you said a couple weeks ago about the kids responding after a letdown or something like that, about losing that. So we've been back and forth, exchanging scores back and forth the first half. So where we need to go with this?
Well, we got to get focused, man. It really started. We probably have had our worst week of practice all week. Just focus is really poor. I was worried about this. JD come here to win.
Yes, sir.
And our guys come here sleepwalking. Now we made some big plays to keep ourselves in this thing, We got to go respond. We'll go find out who we are.
Okay. Thank you, Coach. Good luck. There you go.
5 first-half touchdowns, 3 for Jeff Davis and 2 for our Lions, and that's where we are right now. 19-13 is your score. Jeff Davis leads it at the half. When we come back in 3 minutes, we'll have the Marcus Jackson halftime show featuring Prattville's very own David Lewis, a pillar of the community and the CEO of the Prattville YMCA, here to talk about the Great Grits Cook-Off. You won't want to miss what's coming up at halftime. 3-minute break coming up. Lions football continues after these words.
October 20th through 28th. Shop early for the best selection. It's an 8-day pop-up event that you can't afford to miss. momsmarketplace.net and on Facebook.
I'm the neighbor with the orange tractor. I mow, I grow, and care for this place I call home. I'm always on the move, getting work done, because I want to be the best version of me. Right now, get a Kubota L-Series tractor and take advantage of low-rate, long-term financing. This is why I do it. Kubota.
See the Bates family, Jared, Barbara, or Mickey at Clinton Tractor.
Give me some U.S. farm-raised catfish. Give me some U.S. farm-raised catfish.
I only use U.S. farm-raised catfish.
We've been selling U.S. farm-raised catfish since 1978.
They do have a choice for a good, wholesome, safe fish. We know it's a good product.
Ask for U.S. farm-raised catfish, only the finest, freshest, tastiest. You can taste the difference.
From our farm to your table, your family deserves the best. U.S. farm-raised catfish.
Buffalo Rock is well known for Pepsi and other great soft drink brands. Did you know that Buffalo Rock is one of the River Region's largest full-service caterers? And have you heard about Micro Market? Buffalo Rock is leading the region with innovation to replace conventional vending at many of the larger industrial plants. Plant management loves it, and so do the employees. To find out more about Buffalo Rock Catering and the Micro Market, call Mike Barnett at 334-394-4452. The Buffalo Rock family is proud to support area schools. BuffaloRock.com.
You need a truck. You got to have a truck. The best selection of previously owned trucks in Central Alabama is at Auto X of Prattville on South Memorial Drive. At Auto X of Prattville, they have Ford F-150, Chevrolet Silverados, great selection of Ram Top trucks, great selection of Jeep Wranglers, and the best selection of SUVs in Central Alabama. Go to their website at autoxofprattville.com or follow on Facebook. Give them a call at 491-1045. That's 491-1045.
Man, Chip, finally, we got an easy-go dealer.
Man, it's officially true. Prattville has it all.
Yeah, and it's not some just old fly-by-night operation or some dude selling golf carts under a shade tree. It's the real deal. Prattville Outdoors is a family business with 5 decades of service.
Let's go for a test drive.
That's a good idea.
Hey, man, I'm driving.
Why should you drive? I'm the voice. You're the sidekick.
Come see our new Easy Goes and all the other great outdoor stuff. Highway 82, west of Highway 14.
Welcome back to Stanley Jensen Stadium at Kevin Turner Field. We are at halftime, where our homestanding Lions are trailing the Vols of Jeff Davis 19-13. What has been a lot of scoring going on in the first half. 5 touchdowns, 3 for Jeff Davis, 2 for Prattville, and Prattville's got a hill to climb to get back into this game, but we know they're fully capable. The halftime show, the Marcus Jackson halftime show, will come at you after the next break. But right now, I'm going to talk with one of our greatest sponsors of the program. That is Mr. Mike McBride of AutoSave Tire and Automotive, where he's committed to the best service and the best price. Now, Mike, we all know about the AutoSave Center here in Prattville, but that's not the only location you have.
Oh no, sir. We're also in Wetumpka and Montgomery. We have those 2 locations that'll treat you just as well, if not better, than we do here in Prattville.
Talk about what separates AutoSave Tire and Automotive from your competition.
Well, basically what we do is we take a homegrown feel to it, right? We want to treat you like family, and some families want to treat you better. So we try to take pride in what we do. We don't like callbacks. We don't like second returns. So, we want to build loyalty within the community. and just like tonight, trying to support these Lions and get them back on the winning ways as we were used to in years past, and that's what we're hoping to build here.
Now, one of your latest endeavors at Autosave is Autauga Off-Road. Talk a little bit about Autauga Off-Road and how that came to be and what Autauga Off-Road is all about.
Well, what we saw here in the community was the ability to be able to provide a better service than what we have now. So people are getting these Jeeps, they're getting trucks, and they want to make them theirs. What we do is we offer the individual to be able to personalize that truck just like they want it, whether it's be, leveling it out to where it doesn't look like it's humped up in the air or jacked up in the front. Or, if you want to go all the way up with an 8-inch Skyjacker lift, we can do that for you. Also with the truck bed accessories, with step bars. They've got an automatic step bar now. You open up the door, the step bar comes out. You close the door, the step bar goes back up. It's amazing.
Nice. Talk about if there's Autosave customers listening in tonight, what can they expect next time they come into an Autosave store?
I'll tell you what, anybody that's listening to our voice tonight, listen to this great ball game here tonight with Jeff Davis, right?
Right.
With Jeff Davis, we're going to offer $5 off of any regular oil change, $7.50 off a synthetic oil change, and $10 off of any diesel service. Now, that's just for people that are listening to our voice tonight. Hopefully it gets people, coming in. We're going to give you a free tire rotation with every oil change, and that's going to be available at every one of our locations. All they have to do is say, hey, I heard it on Prattville, the Prattville Football Network, and we're going to take care of you.
You heard it right there. Autosave Tire and Automotive with locations in Prattville, Wetumpka, and in Montgomery. Now, where is your Prattville location? Is there in the plaza at 31 in Wetumpka, South Memorial here in town. Where are your Wetumpka and Montgomery locations?
All right, so the Wetumpka location is in the Toulouse Village Shopping Center. If you know where the Winn-Dixie is in Wetumpka, it's right catty corner to it. Our Montgomery location is off of Burbank, which, if you know where Fraser United Methodist Church is, there's a Sonic right across the street from it, and we're in that shopping center right behind that Sonic.
Those are prime locations.
Oh, they're great locations, man. I'm telling you, we can't ask for better locations. All we want to do is we want people to come see us. Let us know that you're listening.
Very good, very good. Well, Mike, I appreciate you being here with us. Thank you for the information. Appreciate your support of the program and all that you do for us. And this Autauga off-road thing is really catching on. I'm really excited to see a lot of these big tricked out Jeeps now rolling around town with the Autauga off-road decals on them. It's something to take advantage of. If you've got any interest in off-roading, if you've got any interest in just customizing your ride, you need to go see Mike McBride at Autauga Off-Road there in Prattville, and visit the other sites at Prattville, Wetumpka, and Montgomery. You won't be disappointed. Great service and service after the sale. So we appreciate you coming. Thanks, Mike.
Hey, thank you guys. Appreciate all you guys do too as well.
Absolutely. We're going to take a 3-minute break, and when we come back, it will be the official Marcus Jackson halftime show. Lions football continues after these words.
All schools and nonprofits qualify for fundraising fun at Launch Trampoline Park in Prattville. Check out the party packages at launchprattville.com and on Facebook. Dunk like a pro and raise money for your church or school. The ultimate, the extreme, Launch Trampoline. Go to launchprattville.com and find out about toddler time on Wednesday and Saturday, Launch Fitness on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, and the biggest blacklight party ever, Launch Ignite, every Friday night. The ultimate, the extreme, Launch Trampoline.
Don't throw away your money, especially on replacement auto parts. In most cases, aftermarket parts are just as good and a heck of a lot cheaper than factory parts. D&J Auto Parts in Prattville is all hooked up with Auto Plus, a nationwide leader in the automotive aftermarket. Don't you dare go to another parts store before checking the great prices at D&J Auto Plus, 175 Highway 82 Bypass in Prattville. Why would you spend $50,000 on a truck and then go to Big Box City to get a $10 fog light? Get rugged, dependable, and still affordable truck accessories at the River Region's leader, Blue Ox Outfitters on Cobbs Ford Road. The hottest selling name brand truck accessories, all-terrain tires and rims, plus professional installation. Blue Ox Outfitters, the strength that drives the legend. 2480 Cobbs Ford Road, I-65, exit 179.
In 1934, Steak and Shake decided the world didn't need another hamburger. It needed a steak burger, so they used 100% beef. Quick seared to seal in the flavor you'll only get from a steak burger. Steak and Shake, home of the original steak burger.
New at Steak and Shake, 24 meals under $4. With handcrafted steak burgers, all beef steak franks, and fresh guacamole made from scratch. Get 24 meals for under $4. New at Steak and Shake.
Huh. Say what now?
Welcome back to the halftime as Prattville trailing Jeff Davis Volunteers 13-19, and we now have the Marcus Jackson Show, which he'll have is his guest David Lewis. Take it away, Marcus.
Thanks, Stacy. First, I'd like to welcome everyone to the halftime show. I'm Marcus Jackson, and I am joined by David Lewis, CEO of the Prattville YMCA. He's the second CEO in the history of the Prattville YMCA, where he took the reins from Mr. Willis Bradford. Thank you for taking the time to join us today, David.
Marcus, thank you for asking me to be a part of this, and I've really been looking forward to coming up here. I don't always get to see the view from this part of the stadium because I'm usually at the ticket gate or at the concession stand working for the band boosters, but I enjoy getting to come up here where the high life is up here on the 50-yard line, you know.
Oh, yeah, it's nice up here. We get a chance to see everything and
That's
everyone.
right.
Yeah, I was a little bit worried. They were saying, well, who's our mystery guest for the evening? And I had to call him up because he told me yesterday that he was flying into Indianapolis and you were going to have a quick turnaround, but you were going to make it.
Yep.
And I didn't see you, and we were looking for your wife, but I called you and you were working the gate. So we appreciate all you do for the Y and for the band and everybody here in this community.
I'm just glad to help and do whatever. My oldest daughter is a majorette, and so I'm just trying to do my part to help the pride of Prattville too. You know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, we appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
Now, can you elaborate a little bit on the history of the YMCA and what you guys do here in the community?
Absolutely, Marcus. You know, the Prattville Y was founded in 1963, and it was started by a group of men and women here in the community that wanted something more for young people to do. There was really, at that time, Prattville had about 5,000 or 6,000 people, and there was really nothing other than Dixie Youth Baseball and school sports for kids to be involved in, and they were concerned about kids getting into trouble and just doing, you know, wanting something constructive for them to do. And at first they were told that that Prattville was too small to have a Y, and that it couldn't be done. And if they should have known anything, is don't tell somebody from Collier County something can't be done.
I know it, right?
And so they were determined, and Mr. Bill Chandler, who was the CEO of the Montgomery Y for a long time, he helped this group of citizens be able to start the Y here, and they started as a branch of Montgomery Y, but they had an agreement with them that after 2 years that they would be an independent Y. And so they set out to do that. They hired Willis Bradford in 1963.
Wow.
And he started November the 1st, and the rest is history. He turned this into just a gem for our community, and he and the group of board members and staff that we've had over this 55 years and the community support that's been built is just a tremendous blessing for this community, and I'm honored to be a part of it. I've been there 6 years now. It's been 6 years since Mr. Bradford retired, and I keep telling myself, just don't screw it up. So,
hey, he gave you the blueprint, and you just gonna stick with the script, right?
That's right. I'm trying to make sure that we just keep following the same recipe, and that's easy when you got great folks there. We have a tremendous staff, and long tenured staff. Otis Reeves has been at the Prattville Y since 1971.
Wow.
So he's approaching
48 years there.
Yeah.
Keith Cantrell's been there 33. Jennifer Barrett's been there a long time. Jessica Sedgwick, Sherry Moore, just a great group of people that are doing great things, and we're so thankful to have the opportunity to serve. And I'm gonna tell you, I've been living here in Prattville ever since I graduated from college, and I've always known that it was a special place, and I've known the Y was a special place. And my kids have grown up there, but getting to see it from this perspective and look at it from behind the curtain, what a privilege. And I'm going to tell you, it's everything that you think it is, in my opinion. Just good people doing good work. So.
Yep. And we appreciate you guys, being a part of what's all the great things going on here in this community and building young people and providing an outlet for those young people, because every kid I know, when I'm during the summer or during any type of break, they're like, hey, I'm going to the Y to play basketball.
Absolutely.
That's the hangout.
And that's a tradition in Prattville. I'm laughing because I can't tell you how many stories I've heard of people going and hanging out at the Y, at the Y, where the Don Smith branch, where my office is, and now kids are doing it at the Willis Bradford branch out on McQueen Smith. And it's just great, and the stories are still the same. I mean, they're kids having a good time, picking at each other, playing ping pong, and doing the same things you did when you were a kid here. So that's a great thing.
Oh yeah, it is.
And I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful and prayerful that 30 years from now we'll still be sitting here talking about kids being involved and having a good time at the Prattville YMCA.
Yes. Well, I know that you guys give back quite a bit to the community. I know that in the past I've worked with you and I've called on you to help some students and some families in need that needed a positive outlet, and you guys have always answered the call, and I appreciate that. But how do you guys fund such a thing? Being a 501c3, a nonprofit, right? What do you guys do to be able to scholarship and help families in need?
For a long time, we were able to fund that through just our operations, and as Prattville has grown and things have changed, we got so many more people here, and we started raising money about 15 years ago through the Coach a Child Scholarship Fund.
Okay.
We've been running a golf tournament here now for 22 years. Kevin Turner grew up in the Y and was a great son of Prattville, and when he was in the NFL, he wanted to do something to help give back to Prattville, and so he came to the Y and said, hey, I want to help y'all start this golf tournament. And so we were raising a little bit of money through that, and then we started the Coach a Child Scholarship Fund. Keith Cantrell and Mr. Bradford started that along with the board.
Okay.
And so we've been working, and it was really fortuitous because this was in the early 2000s, and then the Great Recession hit.
Yes.
And it totally changed the dynamic of our community. There were a lot of people who couldn't continue to do things they had done, and we really saw the need come to the surface. A lot of families just couldn't afford for their kids to participate. And so we've been really getting after it, trying to raise more money to help more families. Last year we were able to help over 3,000 people, individuals, and that can come anywhere from little kids taking swim lessons to helping moms with after-school care because they need to work, to helping seniors be able to do water aerobics because they need it from a therapeutic standpoint, just anything in between. But that represented about $220,000 to $230,000 worth of scholarships that we gave.
Wow.
And so that's a lot of money. The United Way has been very generous to the Y over the years, and they've helped us with that. But we've had to start raising more, and so we look for a lot of different outlets. The Kevin Turner Golf Tournament is just a great gift. As I said, 22 years that we've been doing that. We have our community campaign, and our board has been very generous as well. But something we started about 6 years ago, Bob and Hootie Gibson grew up in the Y, and they wanted to do something to help the community, and they wanted to help the Y, and they came to us with an idea about a grits cook-off. And we started this great grits cook-off with Gibson Tires back in back in 2013.
Okay.
And so next weekend we're going to have our 6th annual Great Grits Cook-Off.
Okay.
And we're really looking forward to that. We're going to have about 40 teams out there competing against each other to see who can cook the best bowl of grits in Prattville. And we're going to be out there starting at 9 o'clock next Saturday. Be out there through lunchtime.
Okay.
And I want to encourage everybody to come out. Every dollar that we make through that goes to help fund this Coach Child Scholarship Fund.
Okay.
And it's going to be a great effort. We're going to start the day with a 5K grits run, and so we'll have people running and then eating grits. That ought to be interesting. So we really are excited about that, and we're excited about having such a great group of people out there just having fun and having fellowship. Last year, we think we had about 2,000 people out there.
Wow.
And during the day, we're going to have live music. Shackelford Lane, who is really an up-and-coming group. They're playing in Nashville times. They're going to be kicking us off on our music, and then the Playing Possums are going to wrap us up.
Okay.
And I know you know Coach Wes Cahoon, and he likes to pick. He likes to pick at the guitar a little bit with them, and so the Playing Possums will be out there, and we're real excited. And both those groups have participated before, and we're excited about having some great music too. So
now, are people still able to participate in the Great Grit Cook-Off?
Absolutely. We will be glad to sign your team. If we have a division for businesses, for churches, and for individuals. So if you're interested in participating in the Great Grits Cook-Off, if you'll call Keith Cantrell at 358-9622, we can get you set up.
Okay.
And you can go on our website or our Facebook page, and we have all the information that you need. And we'll take teams up until probably next Thursday.
Okay, great.
And it's really simple. Our objective is to just create a great opportunity for people to fellowship and have a good time. And I think if you come, you'll want to come again. And I promise you will not leave hungry. So
is that true, Donnie? I heard that he came out the first year.
That's right.
To try some of the grits, and now he's one of your judges.
That's right. And that's the first call we make every year on the judging is call Donnie. And we know what the answer is going to be, though.
He's never failed.
Never fails. He is always on time to judge the grits cook-off. That's for sure.
He's on time.
That's right. I think he's actually early.
Oh, that's hilarious. Well, David, we definitely appreciate all that you guys do here in the in the city and the community, and I thank you, and we all up here support you and thank you and appreciate all that you do.
I can't tell you enough how much I appreciate you having us up here, Marcus, and I just want to say a big thank you to Dixie Country, Mike Reynolds, Stacy Mills. I can't tell you how much they do for the YMCA. And I've known Mike Reynolds almost my whole life, and I can't think of a better person to be doing great things in Prattville than Mike, and appreciate his support of the Y and of our community, and very thankful for that. And I'm so glad to see the involvement that they have with Prattville High School and with the athletic program and the other programs there. And I'm gonna tell you, this guy sitting to my left, Milzer, none of this happens without him, and so I'm thankful for him. And I do like to follow the weather in Booth, Alabama, so I try to keep up with him. So
yeah, he keeps us all. Are you the official mayor of Booth?
Mayor, city council, garbage collection, dog catcher. I mean, it's just,
you do it all.
Man, it's basically whoever does the job walks up and says, "Okay, I'm mayor today." That's all it is.
Well, we appreciate.
I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you, Marcus.
Yes, sir.
All right, that was the Marcus Jackson Show with his special guest David Lewis of the YMCA, talking about the Great Grits Cook-Off. We're gonna get Will Barrett and Donnie back on here as Prattville is trailing the Jeff Davis Volunteers 19-13 here at halftime. We're getting the microphone swapped over here and getting ready for a second half action here. Will stepping up and grabbing the mic, and now as he grabs the mic, I'm going to turn it back over to him.
What a halftime show, huh? The Great Grits Cook-Off. Talking with David Lewis, and now I'm talking with one of the 5-year emeritus judge here, Donnie Burnett of the Great Grits Cook-Off.
You couldn't keep me away from the Great Grits Cook-Off with a stick.
and wouldn't want to.
And no, and I'm telling you, it was $3.
$2.
$2 come down, get your little wristband, and you can go and sample every person that has prepared grits, and they got huge arts and crafts, and man, it's a big deal. Bob and Hootie, man, they're just awesome guys. Bob and I grew up together, and Hootie used to beat us up when we were little, and man, it's just great. And those guys do a great job, and it's a huge thing for the community.
We're ready to get the second half kicked off. Ty P. Ryan will be kicking off for our lines, going from our right to our left. And the kick is up, and we're underway. It's going to be a short kick, fielded at the 7-yard line by the JD backman. It's Lee, and Lee's got some room across the 20, 25-30. Still on his feet at the 31-yard line before he's wrestled down along the JD boundary. Let's take it down and welcome back our Steak and Shake Southern reporter, Coach Pratt Bedwell.
Man, that looked like a pitching wedge shot right there from that kick. I swear, I was like, oh, man. But, yeah, we've got to come out and establish this real quick. Stating the obvious, but we've got to come out and establish ourselves right here and see if we can't just pick up the intensity a little bit and try to put this game out of the way.
Third quarter just now underway. JD opening possession, triple stack to the far field, to the far side, and he's got some room across the 40 to the 41-yard line. 9-yard pickup to Rance Lee. And JD, 2nd and 1 now. They're on 41 as we're underway.
Yeah, that wasn't a fake. That wasn't anything. That was a catch it and throw it and get a block and go.
Yep. They spotted at the 40. Actually, it's 2nd and 2 at the 40. Here's C.J. Wilson now. Shotgun snap and handed off on the end round to Rance Lee. And Rance has got room across the 50. He's in the open field across the 40 to the 35 and pushed out of bounds.
And no flag.
No flag, although could have been warranted. Volunteers are in business once again. 2 plays just like that. They've got it at the Prattville 32-yard line. 1st and 10 with 11:15 to play in the third quarter. JD is already thinking about extending this lead. They've got 19-13 over our lines. 1st and 10 from our 33. They go.
They're in that quad set again, Will.
Yep, on the far side over there. Rummage is alone on the near side, and now coming in motion, Wilson's going to keep it up the middle, and Wilson touchdown Vols from 33 out, and Wilson making it look easy. And this lead is getting stretched out, 25-13 now. Vols on top, and that's not how you wanted to start the second half.
No, it's not, and I'm going to tell you, that looked like a busted play because I think he tried to hand that ball off to 18 that was coming across in motion there, and he either missed the handoff, and when he did, quarterback just kept it and ran right up the middle of the field.
The 1-4 Jeff Davis Volunteers are taking it to the lines right now. They lead 25-13 as Big Cardenas on for the point after. 11:04 to play in the third. 25-13 Vols lead, and now Vols lead is 26-13. We're going to take a 30-second break and continue right after these words.
You never know who will be tonight's most valuable player, but you could be tomorrow's most valuable picker. That's because you can discover your next bargain at Prattville Pickers. It's the region's largest collection of everything unique. It's a treasure hunter's paradise and a collector's dream come true. Don't scrimmage through rummage. Go to Prattville Pickers for the best selection of everything unique. Cheer loud tonight for the game's most valuable player. And you can be the most valuable picker this weekend at Prattville Pickers on Highway 82 across from the Prattville Country Club.
At the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll be selecting a Buffalo Rock Pepsi Player of the Game. We'll make a presentation next Thursday night's Coach Caleb Ross show at Los Mayas Mexican Restaurant. Join us at Los Mayas Thursdays at 5:30. The great folks from Buffalo Rock will be on hand to make a nice plaque presentation along with a certificate for Sport Clips for an MVP treatment. 11:04 to play in the third quarter, and your score is Jeff Davis 26, Prattville 13. Prattville's going to have to get on the board now in a major way as they have fallen down 2 scores to the Jeff Davis Volunteers. And with an offense that's explosive, that is not a good sign.
Nope, it's not. We're not, I don't know, we're not covering the slot guy. We're moving in. We're trying to stop the run. Then they bring the motion in. We go with the motion finally, and then they leave the middle wide open.
Cardenas kicks it off for the Vols. Butts fields it along the Jeff Davis boundary to the 15, 30, 35, and to the 36. And wouldn't you know, Prattville starts at their own 36-yard line. Let's go down to our Steak and Shake Southern reporter, Pratt Bedwell.
Yeah, I'm not being a defensive person, but it kind of appears to me like we're over pursuing. Like we've got so many fast defensive guys. We're kind of over pursuing, and you stick your foot in the ground or stick your foot in the turf and cut back. I mean, this goes. You can pretty much run it, especially with an aggressive over pursuing defense.
Yep.
1st and 10 Lions from their own 35. Need an answer back. 4 receivers in the set. And Edwards is going to keep it, and he's going down at the 33. 2-yard loss on the play. Run down from behind by the Jeff Davis defensive end over there.
Yeah, that was I don't want to say that was a busted play, but they got a little push over on the left side of the line, and Trey had to get a little depth. He never made a chance to get to the corner, which we had the edge.
2nd and 12 go the Lions, now from their own 33-yard line. Edwards sends Powell in motion, and he's going to keep it up the middle. Edwards across the 40, and picks up his first down out to the 46-yard line. It's a 13-yard run by Trey Edwards. Moves the chains for the Prattville Lions.
That's a good sign. Good step forward. We got to continue to do that because we tend to do something silly on a 1st and 10 play. The bad snap put us in a hold earlier on, and the incomplete or the drop pass, on the incomplete pass, but a drop.
1st and 10, Lions go from their own 46-yard line. 10 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. Lions trailing 26-13, and Edwards is going to keep it again, trying to cut it back now, and he's going to take a 3-yard loss at the back to the Prattville 43-yard line. Well, you said it. You said it.
It's I don't know. It seems like it's what we do sometimes. We can't stand prosperity.
Just doesn't feel right. We got to operate behind the chains.
Yeah, we got to be behind the chains.
2nd and 12, Lions to their own 44-yard line. They'll operate from there, trailing 26-13 to the Vols here in the 3rd quarter. Edwards wants to pass, throws across the middle, incomplete to Taylor Thompson at the 45-yard line.
That little middle inside screen there, and I don't know, it's just too hard. Taylor didn't get it, or somebody had a hold of him.
Well, regardless, it is 3rd down and 12 now for the Lions. A possession play coming up from their own 44-yard line. Desperately needing to keep the ball, needing to put points on the board. And they trail Jeff Davis by 13 points, 26-13. Edwards to pass, looking downfield, looking down and now firing. This ball is caught by Malik Smith at the JD 43-yard line, and I believe it will move the chains, and it does.
Woo. Just barely. I don't know where Malik came from on that. A little comeback route, it looked like.
Run to the chains and turn around.
I missed the instant replay. Man.
I got it right here. It's a beautiful shot.
Yeah, the picture's great. I just wasn't watching it.
1st and 10, Lions at the Jeff Davis 44-yard line. Edwards bunches the set, and he's going to keep it, trying to get to the outside. And great containment. Great containment, loses 2 yards. And, boy, is the Jeff Davis defense pumped right now. Number 5 on the stop that time, Patrick Duster. 6 foot, 193-pound defensive back, senior.
Playing that outside linebacker, strong safety, I guess. I'm going to go with the outside linebacker. Just came up and sealed that whole thing.
2nd and 13 after the 3-yard loss. That's 3 first downs in a row. We've taken a 3-yard loss. 2 receivers to the other side of the field. Now Bates comes in motion to the far side. Edwards drops back to pass, looking downfield, and he's going to take a sack at the 50-yard line. He is down at the 50-yard line. Going to lose more yards. Another 3-yard loss, bring up 3rd and 16. And this Jeff Davis defense is smelling some blood right now. They are coming hard after Trey Edwards. From the 50 go the Lions now. It's 3rd down and 16. 8:15 to play in the 3rd quarter. Jeff Davis leads at 26-13, and they've got all the momentum right now. Lions need to swing it back in their direction. 2 receivers to either side of the field now. Now in motion is Allen, and Edwards looking to pass, stepping out of pressure.
Right.
Now in the open field, still looking downfield. Now fires it. It's going to be incomplete.
He caught it. Did they give it to him?
No, he didn't. Thompson makes the catch at the 30-yard line, but he is out of bounds, and now a punting situation, and we're going to give it right back to him, folks.
Taylor did everything he could. He drug his feet and laid out and just.
He's sacrificed his body a couple times tonight for the ball and has come up empty both times. So the Lions now punt from the 50-yard line, 4th and 16. P. Ryan heels down at his own 36-yard line.
I think Jeff Davis has called timeout.
Rance Lee goes back to receive at the 15, but there is a timeout on the field. Hey, folks, Spiller Furniture in downtown Prattville is proud to support the Lion Nation. Drop by Spiller and find everything you need, from lamps and end tables to couches and tables and chairs, and even a love seat. Credit available at Spiller Furniture, downtown Prattville. Go check them out. They're great company, great local furniture company. You don't want to buy that rooms to go stuff where it shows up from a warehouse in Atlanta and it's all busted up and they don't care if you like it or not. Spiller cares. They have to live in and around us, so they're going to take care of us.
So you're saying I could go down there and pick me out a nice recliner or something, and they'll give me some credit?
Credit. Wow. That's what they do at Spiller.
I need some credit.
Yeah, don't we all?
What I need right now is for Jeff Davis to bobble this punt, and we need to recover it and score a touchdown.
That would be great.
That would just be great. Incredible.
I mean, they've already fumbled one in the end zone tonight for us. So let's see if we can make it happen again. As P. Ryan once again heels down to zone 36. Kyle Kramer will snap it to him from the 50. All right, well, widens the line a bit here. P. Ryan waits for the snap. He's got it, and this punt is away, and it is a high, wobbly spiral. Fair catch called for at the 16, and they're going to let it bounce. And it bounces inside the 10-yard line down to the 7, where
there we go.
Kramer picks it up. Vols take over at their own 7-yard line. Let's check in with our Steak and Shake reporter, Pratt Bedwell, on the sideline.
Yeah, you were talking about Taylor dragging his feet over there, during warm-ups or during warm-ups they practices the entire time. I mean, just much like Malik made that great catch down here in the end zone where he stopped dragging his feet at a time like this. But, yeah, we've got to the JD front is just getting some massive push on the offensive line, and we've got to find a way to get outside or either we just got to man up front.
7:36 to play in the third quarter, 26-13, JD on top. Now from their own 7 they go. Wilson with a pass and in and out of the hands of his intended receiver at the 5-yard line. And once again, Prattville had a chance to take one to the house and couldn't come up with it. But falls harmlessly to the turf. 2nd and 10 now from the 7-yard line.
Sorry about that. I'm trying to work a deal out with my city councilman back here behind me.
Always working.
Always working. Trying to.
2nd and 10 Vols now from their own 7-yard line. Lions trying to hold them right where they are. Wilson's going to carry this ball into the teeth of that Lions defensive front and be stopped for minimal gain, if any. Maybe picks up 1 to the 8-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 9.
All right,
a golden opportunity for the Lions.
Yeah, and it's been Jeff Davis's most what's the word I'm looking
prolific
for?
Down?
Well, yeah, their most productive down.
Yeah. 3rd down and a solid 10 to go. Ball just inside the 8-yard line for Jeff Davis. And here is Wilson from the shotgun. 3 receivers to the far side, 1 on the near. Low snap, he picks it up, and he's looking to the far side, looking for somebody to pass to. Now just throws it out of bounds, and the Lions force the punt.
Hey.
First punt of the night.
How about that?
First punt of the night coming up for Jeff Davis. This time it'll be from inside their own end zone. They'll be heels down inside the end zone. Prattville will have a chance to get the ball in great field position, not at their own 36-yard line.
Let's hope not. Let's don't block it. Let's try to set up a return.
Brandon Butts heels down to the Jeff Davis 40-yard line. Jeff Davis in what will possibly be their first punt of the evening.
We've
with
got
6:37 to play.
Uncovered receiver over here.
The snap is bounced to him, and it is blocked. It is blocked, rolling around in the end zone, and Prattville falls on it. Prattville has a touchdown. Woo. Touchdown, Lions.
I'll just keep calling them. How about that? That was number 3.
Ian Jackson with the score. With 6:34 to play.
Ooh. Uncle Marcus.
6:34 to play. Prattville inches back in within a score. 26-19 is your score. Now Talon P. Ryan on for the all-important point after. Trey Edwards. Well, Donnie, you got your wish there. Yep. It wasn't exactly the way you drew it up.
Nope.
A bobbled punt, but we'll take a bobbled snap.
Well, when it hits the ground and then you can hit the guy, and we got fortunate.
Ty P. Ryan on for the point after. Kramer snaps. Edwards holds.
And we jumped.
And flag on the play before it could get done. False start is the call against the Lions. And, boy, and how does this happen? Isn't the snap call the same on every extra point?
Well, you don't really say anything. You just kind of say ready, and when Trey lifts his hands up, Kyle can. That means, the ready call means we're ready back here. So whenever you're ready to snap it, we're going to get it.
It should not be a false
Nobody
start.
talks, but usually the defense jumps and it makes you jump or flinch or whatever. So
P. Ryan now for the point after from the 15, 25-yard attempt for the extra point. This high enough and long enough, and it's into the Lynn Norris All-State net, and it's good. With 6:34 to play, Lions answer back in any kind of way possible. They trail the Jeff Davis Vols 26-20 here in the third quarter. We're going to take a 30-second break and return right after these words.
Prattville Lions broadcast crew and a longtime customer of Billy Linham's Auto Save Tire and Automotive. Billy is proud to support the Lions Quarterback Club and all of the radio and live stream broadcasts. But the thing that he is most proud of is having a reputation for saving his customers money on the best brand name tires, automotive accessories, and service. Let Billy and his crew know that you appreciate the support of Prattville High School. Let Auto Save Tire and Automotive take care of your vehicles and save you money. North Memorial Drive in Prattville and locations in Montgomery and Wetumpka. AutoSaveTires.net.
Welcome back to Stanley Jensen Stadium. Your Sport Clips MVP of that scoring drive was a blocked punt recovered by Ian Jackson in the end zone for the score. No appointment needed at Sport Clips. Precision haircut, massaging tea, green tea shampoo, and legendary hot steam towel, all part of the MVP package. Sport Clips in front of Target on Legends Parkway. P. Ryan now set to kick off to the Vols once again. From right to left he goes, and this is a high, short kick, fielded at the 5-6 yard line, brought out by Rance Lee. Rance Lee at the 10, 15, 20, still on his feet, and taken down at the 23-yard line. Let's check in with Steak and Shake Southern reporter Pratt Bedwell.
Keep dialing it up there. Just keep saying it, and we'll make it happen. Maybe.
Pratt, could you tell who blocked it?
I could not tell who blocked it.
Okay, but we were pretty sure it was Ian that fell on it.
Yes, it was Ian that fell on it, but I could not tell. It came from up the middle, like I guess you'd say right guard from their side, and just what we needed. Get a little enthusiasm down here on the sideline.
1st and 10 Vols from their own 23-yard line. Wilson to pass on first down. This is incomplete at the 30-yard line. Intended for his number 14, Tavares Womack. Incomplete it goes. And a little momentum beginning to switch back toward the line side.
We got a little pressure on him right there. I can't tell if that was McQuistion or no. I think that's 92. No, it is 72. I can't see. But anyway, caused him to throw that ball a little quick, and the receiver had not quite come out of his breaks, incomplete. So
it is McQuiston over there.
Okay. All right. Well, good. I can see.
2nd and 10 from the Vols, 23-yard line, goes J.D. And now they don't like what they're seeing.
We got too many.
Too many on the field. I thought I counted 12 or 13 yellow helmets out there, but thought I was just being neurotic, but apparently I saw it.
All right, well, one just went off and one came on, so it had to have been an illegal substitution. But
maybe they still got 12. We're going to get another penalty.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Looks like they're still walking people out on the field.
2nd down and 15 now for the Vols at their own 18-yard line. And Wilson is just going to hand this one off to Rance Lee, and he's getting hit and dropped after a minimal gain, not quite to the 20-yard line, to the 19 he goes. Good pursuit by the Prattville D. Ian Jackson in on the stop, coming out now.
All right. 3rd and 14 now. Here's where we got to be smart. We got to force another punt. You just come off the field after block punt, giving up a touchdown. So now everybody's going to be a little nervous on the next punt. So we've got to play defense right here.
JD's going to put trips to the far side of the field. They're going to put Reginald Summage alone to the near side. He'll be guarded very tight by Quan Jones here. Wilson to pass. He's under some pressure. He's running for his life and now throws it complete to the 30-yard line. Depending on the spot, he will have a first down to the 35-yard line.
See where he came
Rance
from.
Lee. Rance Lee has been clutch for the Vols tonight on several of these third long possessions. He keeps moving the chains, and now he's coming off a little bit hobbled. He's just staying in the game, but he is a little bit hobbled. They're going for that quad sit on the far side, throwing it over complete, and this time it is stopped for a 1-yard pickup. Wade White on the stop.
Yep. Yeah, that was more of the back guy ran like a little inside slant. And we read it perfectly that time.
Going under 5 minutes to play here in the third quarter. 26-20, Vols lead. 2nd and 9 for the Vols at their own 36-yard line. Prattville defense has been getting them to third down and can't quite get them off third down. Let's see if they can do it this time. 2nd down and 9. Wilson looking for somebody to throw to.
Dump it.
Trying to dump it off to the middle. And he does successfully at the 50, 40, 30, and still on his feet
Slow
is Summage
down.
at
We
the
got
20.
a chance.
And he spins out another tackle, and goodness gracious, somebody please tackle this kid. They tackle him at the 9.
Okay,
There's
we got
a flag on the field.
Let's
back at the
see.
44.
Ineligible
receiver downfield. Praise the refs.
I wonder where you were going with that.
Praise something, because that was a potentially game-saving penalty.
That really was, and you know, he scrambled and he pumped it about 6 times.
Yep.
Trying to see if we're going to get to see what happened there. Our replay. We didn't get it. Oh.
Instead of 1st and goal at the 9, it's going to be 2nd down and 14 back at the Jeff Davis 31-yard line. And
that sounds a lot better.
That's a huge penalty.
It's a huge penalty.
That's about a 60-yard penalty there. And Willie Willis now checks into the game. McQuiston checking out. 2nd down and 14 now from the 31. And here's Wilson on play-action pass, thrown across the middle. This time is caught again, and penalty flags are coming down at the 40-yard line. He's going to be
number 70. It's got to be number 70, illegal receiver downfield. Yeah.
Illegal receiver is the call again.
He's like.
And it's easy to spot. He's 6'3", 298 pounds. Not your typical receiver type.
Yeah, he's not blocking his guy down there. You know, there were 5 ineligible receivers down the field that time.
2nd down and 19 now for the Vols back there on 26-yard line. 4:08 to play in the third quarter. Lions trailing 26-20 here on 2nd and 19. C.J. Wilson's going to line his troops up, 2 receivers to either side. He's got Rance Lee flanking him to the left. And I believe we jumped off sides. Oh, my goodness. Lions call for offsides. They get 5 of those yards back. 2nd and 14 now for the Vols at their own 31 again.
You know, I didn't see last week, but this may be the most penalized game of 5-yard penalties that I have seen us play in a while.
It is a nickel and dime penalty game if I've ever seen one. Last week was a very clean game as far as penalties go, minus pass interferences.
Well, and you know, we talked about it earlier tonight. We're going to have to play a clean football game, and well, that's out the window now, so maybe we can both be.
On 2nd and 14, Wilson pump fakes and throws it deep, looking downfield, incomplete. When they test Brandon Butts aside 3 or 4 times tonight, and they've come up empty every time. 3rd down and a critical 3rd and 14 coming up for the Lion defense.
Gosh. I'd rather 2nd and 14.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the Prattville Lions Football Network. If we get this in. Third and 14 Vols from their own 31-yard line. Wilson takes a low snap, looks to pass, looking to the far side.
Look at the lineman downfield.
Still in pursuit. The lineman's way downfield, and Wilson just has to throw this one away, and they're going to force another punt. Does the Prattville Lions. You can call it every time.
Good night. Okay.
Jeff Davis leads at 26-20 with 3:40 to play in the third quarter, and they will now be forced to punt this one again back to the Lions. Brandon Butts back at his own 35-yard line. 4th and 14 for the Vols. And like you said, Donnie, you wanted to get him in a punting situation again because the nerves got to be kicking this time.
Okay.
Heels down at his own 17-yard line. Sorry to interrupt you.
That's okay. We don't want to block this. But it looks like we're fixing to.
Jeff Davis waits for the snap. It is a low snap, and Prattville nearly gets it again.
And we ran into him.
But we also
bean bags everywhere.
Also fumbled the kick. Prattville retains possession, but there is a flag on the field.
That's going to be a 5-yarder back there. Right. That's going to be a running into, not a roughing.
Well, let's hope you're right. Let's hope you're right. I believe the Prattville defender that was attempting to block it slipped and as he was trying to stop and just slipped into the kicker. So let's see if they're going to call this a 5 or a 15.
But we have 2 flags and a beanbag down. So let's let somebody sort it out and tell us what happened.
Well, they are busy sorting right now. And running into the kicker and blocking the back against the Vols. They offset, and we're going to re-kick this thing.
We're gonna offset and re-kick.
Whew, that's good. That's good.
Maybe.
It looks like that will be the case.
Okay, now you definitely got to go get it.
Yeah. And why is that?
Because you've had 2 bad snaps in a row, and you got lucky on that one, and now he's got to snap it again, and we know where they're going to go. So we're going. We're going to go get it
this
here.
Is an undefeated head coach talking here, so he knows what he speaks of.
Well, we're not going. We're going to return ours because we've got one of the best punt return guys.
High snap this time, and kicked away successfully this time by the Vols, and B.B. Butts on the return at the 45-50. Butts breaking to the outside and wrestled down in Vol territory at the 47-yard line. Great opportunity here for the Lions to get back in this ballgame and jump ahead. Let's get under our Steak and Shake Southland reporter, Coach Pratt Bedwell.
Oh, sorry.
There he is. Got to get him away from the fire.
Got to get him away from the fire. All right, help me out right here, Donnie.
Okay.
All right, you're on defense. You're a cornerback. You got them locked down. You got pressure. You come off to make the tackle. Quarterback dumps it off to the open guy.
Yeah, it's tough.
Right, so, either which way you go, you're a defensive guy, we're offensive guy. Either which way we go, even when we coach and we talk, we do our speed option. Whichever way he goes, he's going to guess wrong.
He's not going to be right.
And that's
exactly what's happening
right there. That's exactly what's happening.
1st and 10 Lions from the JD 47. Here's a give to Allen. Allen cutting across the near boundary and gets inside the 40 down to the 35-yard line and moves the chains for the Lions.
That's a nice run right there.
Jaquez Allen.
Tackled by some of his former teammates.
Yep, and no taunting this time.
Nope.
1st and 10 from the Vols 35 go the Lions, trailing by 6, 26-20, late in the 3rd quarter. And here's Allen again on the carry, cuts it back inside, and still on his feet across the 30, still rumbling and stumbling and fumbling down to the 26-yard line. He didn't fumble, but he did stumble.
And he rumbled.
And
he's close to a first down.
He might have even mumbled, but he is close to a first down. 8-yard pickup down inside the 30 to the Vol 26-yard line. 2:38 to play remaining in the 3rd quarter. And here's Allen again up the middle. Allen's going to pick up the first down, driving the pile across the 25 down to the 22-yard line. Jaquez Allen picks up the first down for the Lions.
Yeah, it's good to see that. We've gone to a tight end set with Taylor Thompson in there to try to get that extra blocker in, and so far, knock on wood or whatever this table's made out of.
Renorium, I think.
Okay. It's worked.
1st and 10 from the 22. Allen gets the carry again going around the far side. He's tripped up at the 20-yard line, 2-yard pickup. Oh, a shoestring tackle away from a touchdown right there was Jaquez Allen as we go under 2 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. Allen's going to come out for a breather. Powell will come in. 2nd and 8 for the Lions at the Vols 20-yard line.
Helmet, I don't know if his helmet broke or something happened.
Lions down 6, threatening to score at the Vols 20-yard line. 2nd down and 8 they go. Play clock at 10. Minute 37 to go in the 3rd quarter. And Edwards is going to keep this one on the play action. He's got room across the 15, trying to get to the outside, following his blockers. He's going inside the 15 down to the 11-yard line. It'll be a first down for the Lions. Great outside blocking by the Lions that time.
Yeah.
The patience of Trey Edwards right there.
Yeah, that was good. Sit back and kind of let that develop and just let your receiver get turned the way the defender wants to go, and then Trey just kind of set that up and made the block easy for Malik out there.
Yep. First and 10 Lions at the Vols 11-yard line. Edwards, again, is going to keep it and following Malik. He's inside the 5. Edwards goes to the pylon, and he is in. Touchdown, Prattville. 1:13 to play the third quarter, and the Lions have equalized. They've put 13 unanswered on the board, and we are tied, 26 all. And now a point after separates the Lions from a 1-point lead. Pirine on, Edwards down, and Kramer prepares to snap. This has been a 50-50 ball this year, and the Lions need to put this one in. Minute 12 to play. The Lions with 13 unanswered points. And now we've got a personnel problem, and we're going to call a timeout to get this straightened out. We're going to keep it right here. Hey, folks, enjoy the game tonight because tomorrow you got a project. Everybody knows when fall's approaching or when spring's approaching, you got these honey-do lists or things your wife wants you to do around the house to get things ready for the holidays. And this is coming. You'll need supplies, and that's why we have the Russell Do It Center here in Prattville. They have it all: construction, home repair, landscaping, hardware. They're open tomorrow, open Saturdays to make your project easy. Not only that, we also have an E-Z-GO dealer in town now, which includes all the incredible Textron outdoor RUVs. It's Prattville Outdoor. They're on Highway 82. Don't miss them. Don't miss them. Go check out Ed and Frank and let them know how much you appreciate their sponsorship of Prattville football and Dixie Country on Prattville Live's YouTube channel. And also, I believe Coach Donnie's got to take care of some business right now, so standing in for him right now is our illustrious City Councilman in District 2, Mr. Marcus Jackson, provide color commentary. Good to have you with us, Marcus.
Appreciate it.
Great halftime show. Now, and you got to be proud of your cousin. There's a nephew out there, right? Ian Jackson?
Nephew, yeah.
Having a great night. Now, Pirine on for the point after. Kramer snaps, and Edwards holds. High snap, and Edwards is going to have to pull it down and do something with it. He just tosses it and can't do anything with it. So we remain tied. 1:12 to play in the third quarter, 26 all. Vols and Lions. We'll return in 30 seconds. Lions football continues after these words.
The CA?
A world full of opportunities.
Where are you now? Where are you going?
Where do you want to be?
These are all important in determining your path in life.
More importantly, why be ordinary
when you can be extraordinary?
At Central Alabama Community College, you can be anything you wish to be.
Don't put your future on hold and don't settle for less than excellence.
We are Central Alabama Community College.
Central to you.
Central to your success.
Welcome back to Stanley Jensen Stadium. 1:12 to play in the third quarter. Your Sport Clips MVP of the scoring drive was Trey Edwards from 11 yards out in for the score. No appointment needed at Sport Clips. The legendary MVP treatment includes a precision haircut, massaging tea tree shampoo, and the legendary hot steam towel. Sport Clips in Prattville in front of Target on Legends Parkway.
Jaquez Allen gave a little spark to the offense.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. That is a very useful tool now that it's part of this offense.
Looking at him in number 2, it looks like Justin Albert out there.
Yes, he does. Pirine kicks this one. It's a squib kick, fielded at the 8-yard line, and brought out to the 20, 25, 30, and finally pushed out of bounds along the Prattville boundary is Rance Lee, and he has been a spark plug for this JD team tonight as well. Let's take it down to our Steak and Shake Southern reporter, Coach Pratt Bedwell. Pratt.
Yes, sir. That's just what we needed. Coach, I'll tell you what, Coach Ross is a little upset with the extra point out there. But the snap was a little high, and I think Trey might have panicked a little too early. Just my opinion. But needless to say, he was out. But I mean, you know, there's starting to get a little life back down here on.
First and 10 for the Vols, and now Wilson will go under center for only the second time tonight. He's going to pitch it, reverse it to Lee, and Lee's got some room in the open field, but misses a tackle deep in the backfield. Lee gets back to the line of scrimmage, plus about 2 more out to the 37-yard line. And oh boy, did we have a chance to put him deep in the backfield, just out of the midst of Keyshawn Lewis, back inside the 25-yard line. But that's a big boy running down Rance Lee. He really almost, and he had a good shot at him. Second down and 7 now coming up for the Vols at their own 38-yard line with 44 seconds to play here in the third. 26-26 is your score. We got a barn burner here in Stanley Jensen tonight, and these seniors trying to make a lasting memory. They've got a chance to do just that. as this talented Vols squad with their full accompaniment back continue their offensive ways. 2nd and 7 from the 38. Wilson wants to pass, in some trouble now, throws across the middle. Ball nearly intercepted, tipped by Burner, and another tip that falls harmlessly to the turf. We're going to get one of those eventually, Donnie.
We're going to get one eventually. You are correct.
Glad you're back.
Me too. I had my wife called my father-in-law, who 87 years old, at the Catholic homecoming game tonight because he's a graduate of Catholic. I guess he fell coming down the steps and got banged up pretty good, and they taking him over to the hospital to check him out. So he's a tough old guy. So played linebacker with no face mask back in the day.
No thanks. No thanks. 3rd down and 7 here for the Vols for their own 38-yard line. 17 seconds to play here in the 3rd, and we are all knotted up at 26, folks. Big play here coming up for the Lions defense as we've got a stoppage in play.
Timeout or flag? Okay.
Timeout is the call by Jeff Davis. We're going to take a 30-second break as well. Lions football continues right after this.
Or anywhere in Montgomery, but it was this neighborhood that needed it. When I moved here, it was thriving. I want to see it that way again. Riverbank made borrowing the money easy when other banks didn't. It's nice when people care enough to make sure you have what you need. That's how I treat my customers, and that's how the folks at Riverbank treat me.
"16 seconds left in the 3rd quarter here at Stanley Jensen Stadium. Your score, Prattville 26, Jeff Davis 26. It's been a great second half of the 3rd quarter for the Lions, if you can say that.
It really
26-13 out of the gate to start the 3rd quarter. Jeff Davis scored early, and Prattville comes back with 13 unanswered points to tie it at 26. And now Jeff Davis with a 3rd and 7 at their own 38-yard line. And you got to think if Prattville can get them back into a punting situation here, the scales tilted in our favor.
The odds are to our favor, and I don't want to say Jeff Davis looks like they're self-destructing, but things are shifting a little bit towards the Cardinal.
Here's Wilson from the shotgun, 3 receivers to the far side, and he rolls to that far side, looking downfield, and now firing. This ball is caught at the 50. Summage out of bounds at the Prattville 47-yard line. 1st and 10. Volunteers is the same play on 3rd down every time. Reginald Summage from C.J. Wilson, and the chains move for the Vols.
It's just a deep out route from the inside slot guy, but we got a flag. We got a push off. What we got? Ineligible receiver downfield.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Our best friend tonight has been this ineligible receiver downfield.
He's doing a great job, too.
Those officials, they are all over this. And I salute them for what they're doing out there.
And I'm just proud that the guy is paying attention to that.
Yeah, because it's there.
Because he called – I mean, I didn't see him because I was watching 13 again run the same route it's been running.
It's going to be 3rd down and about 13 now for the Vols at their own 32-yard line. 5 seconds to play in the 3rd. This will probably be the last play of the 3rd quarter. 3rd down and 13 for the Vols.
Where's he at?
Find number 12. He's there on the far edge.
All right.
Keyshawn Pickett lined up to cover him. Wilson to pass, looking,
to him again.
looking, in a little bit of trouble, stepping out of pressure, and he is going to be ushered out of bounds at the Jeff Davis 35-yard line. 12 yards shy of the necessary yardage, and we are done with 3 quarters of play, and it's like we never even started. 26-26 is your score. 12 minutes to go to determine who will emerge out of this field tonight. We're going to take a 1-minute break. 4th quarter action coming up when Lions football continues after these words.
Brent Stevens here at Brubaker of Prattville. We're proud to support Coach Ross and the Lions as they restore the roar here in 2018. Now through the end of the month, we're kicking off some great savings with invoice pricing on the all-new JL Wrangler. Savings of $15,000 off 18 and 19 Bighorn trucks and 25% off all 2019 Jeep Cherokees. New cars, used cars, parts or service, it's always a better buy at Brubaker. Go Lions.
Hey, I'm Shane Spiller with Spiller Furniture and Mattress. We're a proud supporter of Prattville Lions football and glad to be part of the broadcast. We're located right in downtown Prattville, been here for 35 years. Right here in downtown Prattville, we have 12,000 square feet of great merchandise to help you be comfortable at the big game. Right here at Spiller Furniture and Mattress, we specialize in big selection, friendly service, and credit, credit, credit. So come see us in downtown Prattville at Spiller Furniture and Mattress, where we're proud to support Prattville Lions football. Go Lions.
Welcome back to Stanley Jensen Stadium. Fourth quarter about to get underway. Will Barrett, Donnie Burnett, Pratt Bedwell bringing you fourth quarter action as we are knotted up at 26. And the Vols will begin this fourth quarter by punting. Now, their punter is heels down at his own 20-yard line. Brandon Butts back at his own 35 to receive. And this is a tall snap pulled down and a straight line drive punt that takes a Jeff Davis roll down to the Prattville 29-yard line and out of bounds.
You cannot return those when they don't really clear the helmets very high.
No, you can't. Let's go down to our Steak and Shake Southern reporter, Coach Pratt Bedwell. Pratt.
Yes, hats off to our the officials making that down ineligible downfield. Has been our best player for the night. But anyway, yeah, that's a going back to our problem. I mean, not our problem, but our problem with Trey running around and doing that. It's kind of hard to keep those linemen, in their box and hard to keep them going downfield.
Here's Edwards on first down and a give to Allen. Allen trying to cut to the outside, gets the corner, but not much more. He squirts ahead and stays in bounds across the 35 to the 40-yard line. Wow, that'll move the chains for the Lions. Wow.
That was a heck of a run.
Jaquez Allen tiptoeing the sidelines, showing the speed and the power.
Got an injured volunteer over there hopping off the field.
First and 10 Lions at our 41-yard line. As now Causey comes in motion to the far side, and Allen gets the call again, cuts it back in, field vision across the 45 to the 50. Allen spinning off tackles. He's to the 48-yard line of J.D. and moves the chains once again. He's got it. Jaquez Allen's got to be approaching well over 50 yards rushing. First and 10 now for the Lions at the Vols' 48-yard line. 11:20 to play in the ball game, and we are knotted at 26 with the Jeff Davis Volunteers. Trey Edwards, shotgun. Little confusion on the play in the mesh, and he's going to have to go down back at his own 47-yard line.
Well, that's par for the course for us.
That's our first down call right there.
That's our
we like our -5 first downs.
That's our great play on first down.
Just snake bit on first down tonight, but it somehow just keeps working out for us. Second down and 14 now for the Lions. Back at their own 48-yard line. 10:45 left in regulation here in Stanley Jensen Stadium on senior night and an all-important regional matchup. Prattville and Jeff Davis knotted at 26. Second and 14 for the Lions from their own 48-yard line. Edwards drops back to pass. Looking downfield. A little bit of pressure. Steps out of it. He's looking and now firing. Got Thompson on the far side. Thompson pulls it down. Wow. Was he in bounds? Yes, he was. At the 18-yard line. Taylor Thompson going up and using every bit of his 6'3" frame to high point that ball and pull it down in the Lions. Now first and 10 at the 18-yard line.
As that drag route that Taylor runs so well, and I promise you Trey overthrew him by 10 feet.
They're going to spot him down at the 21, actually. First and 10 Lions just outside the Jeff Davis red zone. And Edwards keeps it, hesitates, and goes forward inside the 20 down to the 17-yard line. They're going to give him the 18, actually.
All right. Say, that's a positive first down play for us.
Yes, it is.
That's good.
We're within the chains. I like it.
That's good. So we are away from the tight end. Here we go, motion.
Second and 8, and we've got a stop in play, a flag down, and it is a false start against the Lions.
All right, well, there you go. We just didn't run it on first down that time.
We saved it for second down.
We saved it for second down.
But we get to run second down again. Second and 12.
Which we're familiar with.
We've been operating quite well at second and 12, I should say, this half. And in the first half, we've done well working from behind the chains. I think we're finding our sweet spot. Second down and 12 for the Lions at the Jeff Davis 22-yard line. 26 all right now. The Lions trying to break this tie with 9:39 to play in the ball game. Causey goes in motion to the near side. Edwards gives to Allen, following the near side blockers. Allen cuts it back in. Allen to the 10, Allen to the 5. Allen inside the 5 down to the 3-yard line. First and goal, Prattville. And now in position to take the lead And yes, I am 39 years old and my voice cracks. It has cracked once a day since I was 15 years old.
I love it, but
I lost the acne, but never the voice cracking.
Give that boy the ball and let him run this thing again.
First and goal from the 3. Prattville's going fast now. 2 receivers to outside the field. Give to Allen again. Allen cuts it inside. Allen is in.
And we got a stoppage in play.
Stoppage in play. What is this now? Is it, I'm not sure. Trey and the official having a conversation.
No,
they're going to wave the flag off.
Touchdown?
The flag is waved off, and let's redo the touchdown. So take the 6 off the board because there was no flag, but we have to do it again anyway. 9:03 to play, and the Lions are going to have to score again.
And now Jeff Davis is able to get the extra big man in on defense.
Allen will flank Edwards to the left. 2 receivers to the far side. Here's a give to Allen again. Allen puts his head down, and Allen's in the end zone. Jaquez Allen, touchdown, Prattville. And Prattville breaks on top now, 32-26 over the Jeff Davis Volunteers. That is 18 unanswered points by the Prattville Lions. And now, 19 unanswered points. And now, this is a very critical point after.
Huge.
8:55 to play. P. Ryan on for the point after. And we've got a flag on the field.
And imagine that.
Deep in the Jeff Davis secondary. And the most penalized point after plays I've ever seen in.
Yeah, there's got to be like 15 of them tonight inside the 10. They keep trying to play with 12.
And I don't know if that's being made clear to them that that's against the rules and all levels of football.
All right. Do you kick it? Do you decline it and kick it? Because we got the T in the same spot.
I think that's what they're going to do.
So we did decline it. Good.
P. Ryan set. Edwards set. Awaiting the snap from Kramer. 8:55 left in the game. 32-26. Lions on top. Trying to tack on one more here. Good snap and hold. And the kick is high enough and long enough. And it is good. 8:55 to play. Lions make it 33-26 over the Vols. That's 20 unanswered points here in the second half. We're going to take a 30-second break. Lions football continues after these words.
Mom's Marketplace only happens twice a year for 1 week only, and it's the largest kids consignment sale in the region. The high-quality selection is incredible, and the bargains are unbelievable. Go to momsmarketplace.net and on Facebook. Maternity to infants, toddlers to school age. Mom's Marketplace in the Event Center at Prattville Pickers, October 20th through 28th. Shop early for the best selection. It's an 8-day pop-up event that you can't afford to miss. momsmarketplace.net and on Facebook.
Welcome back to Stanley Jensen Stadium. 8:55 to play in the fourth quarter. And your Sport Clips MVP of the scoring drive was a 3-yard run by Jaquez Allen.
Twice.
No appointment needed at Sport Clips. The legendary MVP treatment includes a hot steam towel, massaging tea tree shampoo, and a precision haircut. Sport Clips in Prattville in front of Target on Legends Parkway. And we've said that a lot tonight.
We have, and I'm just going to tell you, Will, I'm about wore out.
Ugh. Can you stand to finish this way? P. Ryan kicks this one off. It's fielded at the 3-yard line and brought out by Lee. Lee at the 15 to the 20-yard line, and he is wrestled down right there at the 20. Let's take it down to our Steak and Shake sideline reporter, Coach Pratt Bedwell.
Yeah, I like, you said Jaquez Allen.
Yes.
All right, the play he ran from the 21, I know you guys noticed how he just stands there, or he waited and waited and waited
Patient.
and let the hole open up, and he runs to that.
Yeah,
you can't. I mean, sometimes you can teach that, but that was just out and then stick your foot in the ground and make a cut and go. That's the way you run this particular offense.
You're exactly right.
1st and 10 now for the Vols at their own 21-yard line. Lions on top, 33-26, 8:40 to play in the fourth, and Wilson wants to carry it around the right side. He's got room, and he is breaking free, and he is going to go all the way, 79 yards, and the Vols answer right back. Unreal. 8:30 to play in the ballgame, and the Vols are now 1 point away from tying it back up. Boy, success is hard to keep. Prosperity
It's just really hard to tell what happened right there. It's like we had zero containment. They didn't have us outflanked. I just don't know if we went inside and
it looked a lot like the Wetumpka script.
Yeah.
And that just quarterback run around the edge. Rawls burned us that way, and now we saw Tadarian Murray burn us that way last week once, and now Wilson's got his. So now a point away from the equalizer. Big Cardenas on for the point after for the Vols.
Tell you what, this they got them all out here now.
Waiting the snap, hold is down, and the kick is up, and it is blocked
again.
It's blocked by Will McQuiston, and Prattville retains a 1-point edge over the Vols. And you got a feeling like 33 isn't going to get it done tonight. You're going to have to score more than that. 8:27 to play here in the ball game. Prattville 33, Jeff Davis 32, and that is. I still can't get over the size of that kicker, that 289-pound kicker they got. Kind of reminds me of Jonathan Woodward over at Blue Ox Outfitters. You know, speaking of oxen.
Okay. I wonder where you were going with
Blue Ox Outfitters. If you've got a brand new Jeep, truck, something like that, you want to customize that thing and get it really looking good, take it over to Jonathan Woodward at Blue Ox Outfitters, and they are truck accessory headquarters. Not only that, but lift kits and trailer hitches, the whole deal. Check them out over there. Bed liners, whatever you want. Jonathan Woodward at Blue Ox Outfitters is your man. Ready to kick this one off again is Cardenas to our lines. 8:27 to play, 33-32. Lions lead by 1, and what is a critical regional matchup. Lions have got to pull this one out. They've come off the deck 26. They were down 26-13 in the third quarter and have put 20 unanswered on the board, but Jeff Davis is not dead yet.
Just answered back, and Chip Howell, I'm sorry, man. I know you're trying to go to sleep, but you cannot turn it off.
Not just yet, son. And you're seeing a good one tonight here in the jungle. As Cardenas sets to kick this one off for the Lions. For the Vols to the Lions. Going right to left, it's a short end-over-end kick fielded by Butts at the 25, at the 30. Still on his feet, reverses his field, cuts it back inside. Butts has got a little room, 35, 40, turns it up. It's at the 45 and then out of bounds.
Boy.
It was Malik Smith, not David Butts. Not Brandon Butts. It was Malik Smith, and he's out of bounds at the Jeff Davis 44-yard line. Great opportunity for Prattville to
answer back.
To answer back again with a short field to work with. D&J Auto Plus, feeling his great staff. Appreciate staff specialized in service and fast hydraulic hose repair. D&J Auto Plus is a great supporter of Prattville football. Glad to have him here with us. After 3 quarters of play at Montgomery, Central 23, Lee 17. So stay tuned for that one. And here is Allen with the carry again. Allen going up the middle, lowering his head, and getting across the 40 down to the 37-yard line. 5-yard pickup for Jaquez Allen. And he is a very hard runner.
He is running very hard.
You think he wants this game?
I think he really does. We watched his highlight film. We got an injured Vol down there. We watched his highlight film from his I guess his sophomore year at Hoover. This afternoon or this morning we actually watched it.
He's all right.
The guy is something now. I mean, he runs hard. And like I said, you know, the kids really like him up there. He's a really nice guy. I haven't met him yet, but you know, if Prattville guys like you, then that's a good thing.
That is a good thing.
And
you're in the club.
They tend to like those guys that can help them. So,
speaking of guys that everybody in Prattville likes, how about Larry Laser over at Laser Copy?
Man,
what a guy!
You know where Laser Larry had his start?
Where?
At the YMCA in Prattville.
Well, of course. That's the greatest employment program in the city.
Man, I think everybody that's from the old 365 Prattville at some point worked at the Y.
I think you're exactly right. But Laser Copy is a great program sponsor too. They can print, copy, and ship anything fast. If you need it done, you need it done right, you need it done at a fair price. Laser Copy. Check them out. Right there at the corner of 31 South Memorial and Wetumpka Street in Prattville. Back in action, they get the general off the field, the volunteer off the field. It's a Jaire German is a linebacker and a running back, and he's not going to be able to do either for the moment. Second down and 5 for the Lions at the Vol 37-yard line. And here is Edwards looking for a hole, and he finds a little crease to the outside, trying to get to the sticks. He gets the sticks and more across the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Got a holding penalty, I'm afraid. That's normally what that is when it comes from there. Yep.
Holding is the call. You were correct.
Yep.
Against the Lions, and that one burns. That was a stinger. A possession, a drive extending play there that could come back to burn us here. It's going to be second down, and once again from most likely behind the chains.
Second and 11 or 12. Let's see.
This is where we like to play.
We like it. We've had a lot of practice there tonight.
We have. We've gotten very comfortable at second and 10 plus.
We'll just be second and 9. How about that?
I don't know if I like that very much. We hadn't practiced from there very much tonight. Second and 9 for the Lions at the Jeff Davis 41-yard line.
Oh, we're in a tight set.
7:35 to play. Lions lead at 33-32. And here's a give again to Allen. Allen cuts it to the outside. He's got room across the 30. Puts his head down. He goes inside the 25 down to the 21-yard line. 16 yards for Jaquez Allen, and he has got to be eclipsing 100 yards rushing tonight.
Let me tell you what Chip Howell will say right now. Son,
did you see that?
Son, that boy is running.
He put his head down and just picked up 8 more yards after the initial contact. 1st and 10.
Lowered his shoulder, man.
Yeah. My bad.
Yeah.
Never lead with the crown.
Yeah, he does not. No, he's lowering his shoulder.
Well, when you lower the head, you lower the shoulder too.
Well, yeah, kind of.
From the 21 they go, and Edwards fakes it to Allen and keeps it on, but trips up at the 20. Carpet Monster got him.
Carpet Monster
got him inside the 20 to 19. A 3-yard gain, 2-yard gain, could have been 12, but as it is, second down and 8 coming up for the Lions at the 19-yard line. Entering into the Jeff Davis red zone once more with 6:45 to play in the ball game. Prattville nursing a 33-32 lead and looking to add to it as Causey now comes in motion to the far side. Edwards from the shotgun. Edwards keeps it, and he's going across the 20, still on his feet, breaking tackles to the 15. Edwards still going, leaps a man to the 10-yard line, and he's out of bounds right there.
Wow.
A la Lee and Crampton Bowl last week. Edwards jumps over a defensive back, and he steps out of bounds at the 12-yard line.
Third short.
Third and less than 1. Line to make is the 11. They're just inside the 12. And now Edwards from the shotgun takes it, gives to Allen. Allen picks up his first down, and that's about all. He gets to the 10-yard line before he's pushed back. It'll be 1st and goal Prattville from the Jeff Davis 10-yard line with 6:15 to play in the ball game. Prattville holding that 33-32 lead.
He's got the helmet problem again.
Allen coming out. Took a hard hit right there.
I don't know if his snap's breaking or something, but we got to get that fixed.
Keandre Powell checking in, situated in the far flat over there. 3 receivers to the far side. Edwards keeps this one. Edwards goes inside the 10, drugged down at the 6-yard line, giving the 7. It'll be 2nd and goal Lions from the Jeff Davis 7-yard line.
Got 2 coaches working on the helmet over there right now.
You better get that thing done quick.
All right, it's back on. And there he goes.
Allen coming back in. Powell checking back out. And Jaquez Allen in his debut with the Lions is making a strong case for Buffalo Rock Player of the Game.
Is he not?
2nd and goal here from the 8. And Malik Smith gets the
nice
inside pitch. And Malik is going into the end zone. Touchdown!
All right.
Prattville.
You got to go for 2 right here, and I'm going to tell you why.
39-32 is your score. Prattville's a 7-point lead now. Why do you go for 2?
Because it makes it a 9-point lead, and now you got a 2-score opportunity. So let's see what we're going to do. No, we're going to kick it. Because even if you don't get it, you're still up by 7. You're still up by 7.
I think you go for the kick here and protect against a 2-point conversion should JD get in the end zone again.
No, I think you got to go for 2. That's what I would have done, but anyway, that's why I'm a junior high coach.
That's why you're undefeated.
I'm a junior high coach.
Edwards puts the hold down, and P. Ryan puts the kick up, and it is good. 5:14 to play in the ball game. Lions 40, Vols 32. We're going to take a 30-second break and come right back. Lions football continues after these words.
I'm the neighbor with the orange tractor. I mow, I grow, and care for this place I call home. I'm always on the move, getting work done, because I want to be the best version of me. Right now, get a Kubota L-Series tractor and take advantage of low-rate, long-term financing. This is why I do it. Kubota.
See the Bates family, Jared, Barbara, or Mickey at Clinton Tractor.
Welcome back to Stanley Jensen Stadium. 5:14 to play in the ball game.
Oh,
Prattville
man.
scores again. 40-32 is now your score. Your Sport Clips MVP of the scoring drive was Malik Smith on that little forward pitch from Trey Edwards. Goes into the end zone for the score. No appointment needed at Sport Clips. The MVP treatment, you know it. The massaging. Tea tree shampoo. That's right. Hot steam towel and a precision haircut.
Man.
For a Target on Legends Parkway. Don't miss it. 5:14 to play in the ball game. P. Ryan now to kick off for the Lions. 40 for the Lions. 32 for the Vols. An 8-point lead.
Let's go end zone with this one.
P. Ryan puts toe to leather, going left to right, and this ball is going to sail high into the sky and into the end zone.
Good.
Touchback. Let's take it down to our Steak and Shake sideline reporter, Coach Pratt Bedwell.
Yeah, there's a lot of helmet problems. Just like you said earlier, he was having problems with his snaps, and Coach Rye's already shown me one helmet that is cracked. I mean, like completely broken from the ear hole. And I don't know whose helmet it was, and if he would, he wasn't going to tell me anyway.
Yep.
But that's the way you come back and you answer from that. So we get a let's try another 3 and out, and probably another over the head snap on a punt, and
that would be
scoop
nice.
and score.
Yeah.
How about that?
I like the way you talk. 5:14 to play in the ball game. 1st and 10 Vols from their own 20-yard line. Wilson takes the snap, looks to pass on play action, and he's got a man downfield, makes the catch at the 40-yard line, falls ahead to the 45. Quan Jones on the stop, but not before. You know who. Key receiver, Reginald Summage, makes the catch and puts the Vols back in business. 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line, going under 5 minutes to play here in the regulation.
I'm glad to see somebody agreed with me.
And who was that?
That'd be Keith Stevenson. Thank you, Keith. He said he would have went for 2-2.
I'd go for 2 every time.
But Wes Cahoon said he wouldn't. You got to kick the ball. So what do you do?
I trust the troops. Here's Lee on an end-around give, and he's going down for a 1-yard pickup. Great pursuit by the Prattville defensive line and defensive backs on that far side. Butts on the stop. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Butts along with Ian Jackson on the stop. 2nd down and 8. Now at the Vols 47 goes J.D. We roll under 4:25 to play in regulation. Prattville still holding a 40-32 lead in an all-important regional tilt here on senior night at Stanley Jensen Stadium. 72 points scored tonight altogether. A lot of offense.
And a lot of flags.
Wilson, play action, looking downfield. Still looking. And he takes a big hit.
Lineman downfield again.
Gets the ball off, incomplete, but he took a big hit in the process. Lineman downfield, but no flag on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 8 now for the Vols at their own 47-yard line. You know, Coach Carter over there's got to be thinking about 4 downs right here. Feel like the role that this Prattville offense is on, if they give it back to them, we'll put this one away. 4:02 to play in the ball game. 3rd down and 8 for the Vols.
All right, here we go.
From their own 47, they go. Prattville's D looking to close this one out. Wilson takes the snap. He's going to carry on home, but he is in the backfield. Being wrestled down back to the 38-yard line. He goes down. Will McQuiston. Key stop right there. Great pursuit by the whole D, but McQuiston closes it out.
McQuiston and Brandon Butts coming up.
4th down and 13 to go, and the Vols are going to call a timeout and think this one over. And we're going to take a 30-second timeout and come right back. Lions football continues after these words.
And fresh guacamole made from scratch. Get 24 meals for under $4. New at Steak and Shake.
Vols with a 4th and 13 coming up from their own 42-yard line.
They're going to go for it, too, it looks like.
And I really don't think they have a choice right here. They've got to keep this drive alive because the Prattville offense is clicking on all cylinders right now, and that Vol defense has got to be tired. So this could be make it or break it time for the J.D. Vols.
We got some kind of trickeration coming up.
2 receivers to the near side.
Nope.
Wilson looking downfield to pass. Throws across the middle, and it is knocked away. Knocked away by Skylar Henderson at the 45-yard line. And the Lions will take over on downs at the Vols' 42-yard line. Let's take it down to our Steak and Shake sideline reporter, Pratt Bedwell. Oh, Pratt.
Come on, Pratt.
Turn it on.
Come on, Pratt.
Pratt. Oh, well.
Come on, Pratt.
I'm trying. Oh, there it is. I'm trying.
The jubilant sideline. Come on, Pratt.
I am trying. Well, we will take a 3 and out, but we'll take a 4th and 14 break-up pass, and let's take this and score and put this game away.
Hey, let's give this ball to number 2 right here and see what happens.
Absolutely.
1st and 10 from the Vols 42. Go the Lions. 3:25 to play. Lions up 8, 40-32. And here again is the Edwards keeps it on a fake from Allen, and Trey on the run across the 30 down to the 25 down the sideline.
Great block.
25-15 steps inside the 15 and out of bounds at the 13-yard line. And the Lions are 13 yards away from possibly putting this game away and solidifying themselves as a team to contend with in the playoffs. 40-32 is your score. Lions on top. 1st and 10 for the Lions at the J.D. Vols 14-yard line. Edwards loads a shotgun this time, and he does give to Allen. Allen goes straight ahead across the 10 to the 9, loses the football, and falling on it is Jordan Garland at the 6.
Oh, that's close.
Great heads-up play by Jordan Garland, the receiver out there on the far side. Saved the drive for Prattville. And it's now 2nd down and 3. Well, everybody gasped for a second there, but Jordan Garland saves the day, and the Lions are still in business inside the Vols' 10-yard line. 2nd down and 3 from the 7.
Got another helmet problem.
As Keandre Powell checks in for Jaquez Allen. Edwards from the shotgun hands it off to Powell. Powell driving his feet inside the 5 and down to the 4-yard line. He's going to be very close to a 1st down depending on the spot here. Let's see where they spot him. It looks like he will be inches shy. 2:14 clock still on the move. Going under 2:10. Under 2 minutes to play now. Clock still on the move. Jeff Davis with no timeouts. They cannot stop it. It'll be 3rd down and less than a yard to go for the Lions. And I believe if they get this 1st down, they'll ice the game here. Allen back in the game. He's flanking Edwards to the right. Allen's going to get the call, and Allen's going in the end zone. Touchdown.
Got him.
Prattville. Game, set, match. 46-32. Lions lead the Vols with 1:39 to play, and Jaquez Allen finds the end zone for the 2nd time tonight. And now, Donnie, up by 14. Do you go for 2 or you go for 1?
Well, you know what? It doesn't matter. I just go ahead and kick it now. I'd have still went for. But anyway, hey guys, it's been great.
Edwards to hold, Kramer to snap. Pirine to put it between the post, and it's up and into the Lynn Norris All-State nets, and it is good.
It was tipped.
1:39 to play in the ballgame. Prattville now 47. Vols of Jeff Davis 32. We're going to take a 30-second break. Lions football continues after these words.
You never know who will be tonight's most valuable player, but you could be tomorrow's most valuable picker. That's because you can discover your next bargain at Prattville Pickers. It's the region's largest collection of everything unique. It's a treasure hunter's paradise and a collector's dream come true. Don't scrimmage through rummage. Go to Prattville Pickers for the best selection of everything unique. Cheer loud tonight for the game's most valuable player. And you can be the most valuable picker this weekend at Prattville Pickers on Highway 82 across from the Prattville Country Club.
Welcome back to Stanley Jensen Stadium on Kevin Turner Field. 1:39 to play in the ballgame. Your score, Prattville 47, Jeff Davis 32. Again, your Sport Clips MVP of the drive was a 6-yard run by Jaquez Allen into the end zone, and Prattville has now gone up 47-32 with a minute 39 to play. What a night. What a debut for number 2, Jaquez Allen, the senior running back, who burst on the scene tonight in a big way. Tylen Pirine kicks this one away left to right. This one's going to sail high and deep into the Cardinal-colored end zone.
Gotta love it.
Gotta love it. U.S. Farm-Raised Catfish is a great sponsor of the program. Look for the U.S. Farm-Raised label on any piece of fish you eat, because if it doesn't have the label on it, you're just poisoning yourself probably. So get that U.S. Farm-Raised label on anything you choose that's got catfish in it. So we got to talk about players of the game, guys. Minute 39 to play, and my vote is cast for Jaquez Allen.
Steak and Shake, sideline reporter Pratt Bedwell.
Wilson on 1st and 10 from the 20, passes it out into the flats, and down at the 20-yard line he goes. No gain on the play.
You put me on the spot.
Yeah, because I'll be the deciding vote once again.
I kind of have to agree, but
I love the buts.
Heard that about you.
The
2nd and 9 from the 21. Wilson on the carry. He's across the 30 to the 34-yard line.
The young man that's playing in the middle linebacker, number 32.
Yep.
I'm not sure of his name.
Zach Berner.
They're the first half and first part of the third quarter. It seemed like every time they had the ball, we were mentioning his name.
Yeah, that's true.
Hats off to both of those young men. I mean, collectively as a group.
Wilson on 1st and 10, passes it inside to his intended receiver, number 14, and it is complete for 1 yard, and that's all right in the middle of the field. Clock will continue to roll. So, Pratt, who are you voting for?
So, who you voting for, Pratt?
I'm going
Made a speech. Now
I'm going to go with number 32.
I hear you giving it to a defender whenever,
like that.
With 32 points on the board.
The young man played a heck of a ball game. I mean, he really has.
He did. He really did. 2nd and 8, Wilson to pass, stepping up out of pressure. Now still looking under 40 seconds, and he's going to skirt out of bounds at the Jeff Davis 38-yard line. Clock stops momentarily. So, Donnie, you're the deciding vote here. You got one. You got one for Zach Berner. You got one for Jaquez Allen.
So, as Lee Corso would say to Pratt Bedwell, not so fast, my friend. You got to give it to the kid that came in here and flat sure made a statement tonight. And welcome to Prattville. Buffalo Rock Pepsi player of the game, Jaquez Allen.
Jaquez Allen. 34 ticks to play here. Prattville's going to win this one. Score 47-32 over the Vols. Wilson looking to pass, now throwing across the middle, and this ball is incomplete. All on the turf of Stanley Jensen at the 39-yard line.
4th and some change.
4th and about 6 to go for the Vols with 23 seconds to play. And how about not just what Jaquez has been able to do physically tonight, but emotionally in this game.
Yep.
He played for the Vols for the first 2 or 3 games of the year. Yep. And, situation was untenable there for him, and he moved into this school district, and here he is. And, he's been taking a lot of heat from those guys over there probably this week, a lot of jawing back and forth. But he kept his composure after an early miscue, and really put Prattville over the top tonight.
That's a great play right there defensively.
And that will just about end the game on that big stop of C.J. Wilson. Kyrie Davis on the stop. And, yes, folks, that's going to do it. The clock is stopped with 13 seconds left for some reason.
My favorite formation in football coming up right here.
Victory formation
the
coming up.
Old
the line.
victory formation.
Run one and take a knee. Run one and take a knee. So Prattville is 1 game away from the sweep of Montgomery Schools for the first time in a while.
1 game away.
Your final score tonight, 47-32. Lions over the Jeff Davis Volunteers. Your Buffalo Rock Pepsi player of the game, number 2, Jaquez Allen. Congratulations to you, sir. You are the recipient of a Sport Clips MVP and a Buffalo Rock plaque presentation that will be given to you at Thursday's Coach Ross show at Los Mayas Mexican Restaurant. Kramer comes in, takes the knee, and that is it. We have gone final here in the jungle on senior night. Prattville comes off the deck 26-13 early in the third quarter, and they finished this game on a tear. They finished the game 47-32 over the Vols, moved to 5-2 on the season, 3-1 in the region, and now they have a chance to bump up the ranks, bump up the seeds in the playoffs, as we've got 2 road trips to Lee County coming up. We're going to play Auburn next week, and then we're going to play Smiths, and that will finish up region play.
You're right there. I'm just sitting here looking at 79 points scored tonight, and I think there were 79 flags thrown inside the 10s on extra points.
All of them 1.5-yard penalties.
All 1.5-yard penalties. 79 penalties for a total of 90 yards.
Absolutely. I want to thank our remaining sponsors, Riverbank and Trust. Service runs deep. Clanton Tractor, Central Alabama's #1 Kubota dealer. Central Alabama Community College with their newest campus in Prattville. CACC, central to your success. And Papa John's Pizza. Our master control room is enjoying hot and delicious Papa John's Pizza tonight. Ask about the new Italian Hero Pizza at Papa John's. We're going to take a 3-minute break and come back and wrap this thing up. We'll get a word from Coach Ross. All in Prattville Lions football continues after these words.
I'm Chip Powell with the Prattville Lions broadcast crew and a longtime customer of Billy Linham's Auto Save Tire and Automotive. Billy is proud to support the Lions quarterback club and all of the radio and live stream broadcasts. But the thing that he is most proud of is having a reputation for saving his customers money on the best brand name tires, automotive accessories, and service. Let Billy and his crew know that you appreciate the support of Prattville High School. Let Auto Save Tire and Automotive take care of your vehicles and save you money. North Memorial Drive in Prattville and locations in Montgomery and Wetumpka. AutoSaveTires.net.
What's behind the CA?
A world full of opportunities.
Where are you now? Where are you going?
Where do you want to be?
These are all important in determining your path in life.
More importantly, why be ordinary
when you can be extraordinary?
At Central Alabama Community College, you can be anything you wish to be.
Don't put your future on hold and don't settle for less than excellence.
We are Central Alabama Community College.
Central to you.
Central to your success.
I could have built a drugstore anywhere in Montgomery, but it was this neighborhood that needed it. When I moved here, it was thriving. I want to see it that way again. Riverbank made borrowing the money easy when other banks didn't. It's nice when people care enough to make sure you have what you need. That's how I treat my customers, and that's how the folks at Riverbank treat me.
Brent Stevens here at Brubaker of Prattville. We're proud to support Coach Ross and the Lions as they restore the roar here in 2018. Now through the end of the month, we're kicking off some great savings with invoice pricing on the all-new JL Wrangler. Savings of $15,000 off 18 and 19 Bighorn trucks and 25% off all 2019 Jeep Cherokees. New cars, used cars, parts or service, it's always a better buy at Brubaker. Go Lions.
Hey, I'm Shane Spiller with Spiller Furniture and Mattress. We're a proud supporter of Prattville Lions football and glad to be part of the broadcast. We're located right in downtown Prattville, been here for 35 years. Right here in downtown Prattville, we have 12,000 square feet of great merchandise to help you be comfortable at the big game. Right here at Spiller Furniture and Mattress, we specialize in big selection, friendly service, and credit. So come see us in downtown Prattville at Spiller Furniture and Mattress, where we're proud to support Prattville Lions football. Go Lions.
Mom's Marketplace only happens twice a year for 1 week only, and it's the largest kids consignment sale in the region. The high-quality selection is incredible, and the bargains are unbelievable. Go to momsmarketplace.net and on Facebook. Maternity to infants, toddlers to school age. Mom's Marketplace in the Event Center at Prattville Pickers, October 20th through 28th. Shop early for the best selection. It's an 8-day pop-up event that you can't afford to miss. momsmarketplace.net and on Facebook.
I'm the neighbor with the orange tractor. I mow, I grow, and care for this place I call home. I'm always on the move, getting work done, because I want to be the best version of me. Right now, get a Kubota L-Series tractor and take advantage of low-rate, long-term financing. This is why I do it. Kubota.
See the Bates family, Jared, Barbara, or Mickey at Clanton Tractor.
Give me some U.S. farm-raised catfish. Give me some U.S. farm-raised I only use U.S. Farm Radio.
32. And I want to mention, Prattville down 26-13 in the third quarter. After that, after we got down 26-13 with 11 minutes to go in the third, Prattville goes on a 34-6 scoring run and outscores Jeff Davis to finish the game. Ran away with it at the end. And Donnie, you've been keeping up with it as well.
Yeah, they scored. They scored with 11:04 in the third quarter. Went up 26-13, and then we came back and scored 1, 2, 3, 4 times to their 1.
Yep, that is impressive, and that shows you the kind of fight that this program is developing with this new culture. And
yep,
it's very very impressive, very fun to watch. And let's see if Pratt Bedwell's got a word with Coach Ross yet. Pratt, you down there?
Yes, I am down here, but it's kind of pandemonium at the time.
You on the backside?
Yeah, I am on the backside. He was talking, and they were saying their team.
Get him before the press does.
Yeah, he's.
Hey, we got first dibs. We got first dibs.
I'm looking at him. I think he's on about. I think he's on the 15.
I'm headed that way, guys. I'm headed
hustle.
No.
First dibs. Don't let Darrington get there before you do.
Yeah, I got him.
There he is.
I got him. Get a little congratulations. You still got me?
We got you.
Go ahead.
Coach, congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, heck of a second half there coming out. I mean, being down a few bits, but had a little fire coming back out.
Yeah, well, we challenged them at halftime. And like I said, going in, we did not have a great week of practice. Our focus wasn't very good. And, it's one of those things you almost expected it coming off of a win like against Lee. But, man, I went and challenged them. Said, hey, this thing can go 2 different ways.
Well, going back to I didn't mean to interrupt you. Sorry about that. But going back to what you said a couple weeks ago, coming off of you come off a big win. You had a little letdown coming back. And, I mean, it says a lot for your coaching staff, the resilience of these kids coming in and coming back, like you said, coming off a bad week of practice. So it says a lot for
And I think, too, man, and just my understandings in the past, man, I think it would have went the other way.
Right.
And these kids, man, they held their water. They stuck their cleats in the ground, man, and said, hey, we're going to go win this game. And that's what they did. And that's what I'm so proud of our kids is it could have went the other way. And in the last couple of years it has, man, they said, no, we're going to go win this game. This is a region game. Every team in our region is tough. And, man, we anchored down and, man, made some plays in the second half. Like the block punt really changed the whole momentum of the whole game. Went after it, blocked it, scored. And then, man, we really got our run game going. Wore them down enough and got our run game going in the second half.
Well, once again, congratulations, Coach.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, guys, back up to you.
Hey, Pratt, what a night. Hey, great job down there tonight, too, by the way.
Well,
yeah, I tell you what, man, I get replaced by the golden voice of Mike Reynolds on last Thursday, and then Pratt Bedwell tonight, and
hey, we might not let Chip back up in here. You've done a great job as well.
I really enjoyed working with y'all. I know I'm fixing to get fired, but anyway, man, I do appreciate it.
No, hey, I greatly appreciate you giving me the chance and letting me, once again tag along. I mean, I can't be with you guys next week. I'm gonna try to find some warm weather down south. Yeah. But anyway, I appreciate you guys letting me hang out with you guys.
You did a great job, man.
It's awesome, especially. Had me a little shaking right there because I was like, well, I might get fired too if we lose the ball game. So I was like, I bring them bad luck. But no, I mean, I'm really proud of these guys. They could get a win tonight on senior night and seeing so many of these familiar faces because we're actually like getting into the meat of the point of where I actually had coached some of these kids, some of these seniors in junior high school, and see them and growing and being successful. Having a couple of down years being there and. And coming back and just having some good success.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. The way this team fights is going to be – they get better and better each week. And the addition of Jacquez Allen now just makes this offense stronger. And let me tell you, we're going to need every weapon available in the arsenal next week when we go on the road to Auburn, Alabama to face the Auburn High School Baby Tigers. They are undefeated and will be an equal challenge as Central Phoenix City was when you go play in the Duck. This will be a battle for number 2 seed in the region.
Number 2, man. It's been a while.
Prattville could go to Auburn next week and win and claim second in the region.
That would
with
just
a win over Smith
be
Station.
Absolutely incredible.
And I believe these kids believe they can do it, and that's what it takes. In the past couple of years, the belief that it could be done wasn't even there, and now these kids are seeing what can happen, and it's a real good thing.
And the new added dimension kind of helps out.
It does not
tremendously.
hurt. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Well, One more thing I want to mention before we go off the air tonight, Prattville Theater, Prattville High School. You know, Prattville High School, these students are